There we go. Cool. I think we did the thing. Hey, everybody.
We're alive.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another session of That D&D podcast. We got Mike mid-chew, which is always my goal. My name is Andrew Otway. I'm not the DM for this stream, but Mike is continuing to chew, so I'm really just stretching for time at this point. We'll be playing 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. Mike is telling me to continue stretching, but at this point I think he's just fucking with me. So I'm going to pass it over to Mike and let him continue doing the thing.
Hi, everybody. Mike Jeddarks-Berard here, GM Mike if you like, with another episode of That D&D Podcast Plays Dungeons & Dragons. It's departure for us. We're continuing to play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. You may know us from such great streams as Argent Springs, or what is our interview podcast or interview thing called? Have we come up with a name?
I think it was...
I like improbable interviews, but...
Yeah, that's strong.
Yeah.
You may know, so last week we interviewed John Harper from Blades in the Dark. If you haven't seen that, go take a look over here on Twitch or YouTube. It's amazing, and the dude's amazing. I forgot, is there someone they're interviewing tomorrow?
I think it's Jeriford Porkins?
It's a Polish astronomer with a moose.
And, like, I don't want to say that I'm filled with, I don't know, boyish glee. But
I mean,
various fluids.
I was gonna say, let's not gender our glees here.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
childish glee.
There we go.
Filled with Dom Hall glee. So there are other people here besides myself, but I'm so self-absorbed I haven't actually talked to them. Let's introduce ourselves in the order that you appear on my screen.
Oh,
awesome.
Did you just say good luck?
Yes.
You shit.
Hi, my name's Andrew Otway. I've already kind of introduced myself, but tonight I will be playing the role of Senrathi Cobb, They of Hope and Power.
I'm going to jump in right now. Hi, I'm Zach, and I've been around. You've seen me before. I am playing Yorha, the religious barbarian, and I was missing for the last actual session of this, so I'm not sure where they put me.
It's fine.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm playing Fritz the Artificer, and I'm nominally in charge of someone. I don't know who.
We switch who you're in charge of.
Yep.
And technically, it's all of us. That's just highly variable at any point in time.
It's all a lie.
Jordan, I think.
Gosh, I wasn't sure who was going next. Hi, I'm Jordan. Tonight I will be playing Vashla, dwarf fighter, bodyguard to Senrathi, and kind of a widowed princess.
Kind of, it's just a little minor
Kind
story
of.
detail.
I mean, I don't know. She's still trying to keep some stuff like kind of subtle.
Yeah.
On the DL.
Yes.
It's a nice husband you've got there. It'd be a shame if something happened to him.
Dun, dun, dun.
Something did.
Again?
Yeah, how are you going to do that? Are we going to raise the husband and then...
Oh, God, no.
That's
we're not,
just overkill.
That's a whole other letter. We're not...
The
Hi,
husband
I'm
becomes
Aaron.
a vampire.
I'll be playing the part
And
of
then-
Kate. I am a ranger and a bird, and like all other birds, I'm innocent of any crimes I'm accused of, because look at how adorable I am. Also, I have 6 eyes, and that's pretty cool.
You're like a
That's
bird.
pretty cool.
I only fly away.
So-
Are you still?
So dear friend Zach missed the last session, and not the last session, the last session. The last session we were goblins, and that was amazing, and it ended on a high note. I think it was a high note.
Yeah,
And,
that was definitely a high note. Where the dude's head ruptured and spored all of us. Yeah, that was awesome.
But think of the
Don't worry
the
about it.
opportunities for advancement that will give your character. All right. Who wants to catch Zach up on the previous session?
Zach? Oh, yeah, because Zach wasn't there.
I will totally
Right.
make it up if that's the pitch. I will just...
Jordan, those are excitement hands.
I do want Zach to try making it up.
You don't. You really don't.
I mean,
I'll give you a hint.
what did Yorha see? Like, where was Yorha during all this?
Well, didn't we establish that Yorha got on the wrong minecart? Is that how that went?
Did you have a 3-hour minecart repair montage?
Yes.
No. There was a 3-hour tour, and the tiny cart was tossed.
How many times did Yorha die repairing the cart?
There's no one who knows how to resurrect Yorha.
Yeah.
When Yorha's like off-screen NPCing, though, he like automatically resurrects due to residual magic. It's only when he's actually a player character that he's in any real danger. Yorha was off examining the dwarven barrel transports.
The barrel cannons?
Yes, the barrel cannons.
Okay, so in your absence to the party A, make a deal with the arch nemesis faction that exists pretty much solely to insult Sinrathi. B, leave the goblins to a fate worse than death. Or C, travel northwards in an attempt to prove to the arch nemesis faction that the rod is real.
I believe that it is A and C because B we did the last time I was here. So, yeah.
I just want to point out that in the YouTube description of the last like mainstream session we did, I wrote, "I want to get Inquisital."
Mm-hmm.
Let me hear your birdie talk.
So the correct answer was C. A also exists to insult Yorha. So.
Oh, yeah, because I remember now. I actually listened to this because I said I would, but it's been long enough that I'd forgotten about it. So you guys like got in a rat battle with an Inquisitor about the rot, and then now we're headed out to find something to bring back and prove that it exists.
No, we told them to come with us.
With them. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
them.
That's right. Because
Yeah.
the interim session was going to be a bunch of Inquisitorious soldiers. Then we decided to do goblins instead. Okay.
We didn't choose the goblin life. It was Goblin Week, and therefore it chose us.
It shows well.
So someone paint a picture of where we are. Do you want me to do it? Because my mouth is less full now.
We're outside of a spooky house mansion that's got a bunch of survivors holed up in it, and we heard some Domokun. Horrible, rot Domokun off in the distance. And I think we're in, like, a fields? Like, cornfields that are slightly taller than, like, any of us, and also the Domokun. The last thing we saw was Vashla turning her hammer into, like, cannon mode and shooting 3 of them?
Yeah, an explosion.
Yeah.
I think there was some definite destruction, and I think Keith had taken up some sort of like Overwatch with some sort of weird click lighter, so I can light all the arrows on fire, even though I hate fire. It's for the greater good. That sort of thing.
The greater good.
Greater good.
That pretty much well sums it up. You guys headed north to a specific city, village actually, whose name eludes me at the moment because I don't have it written down here in front of me. You brought the Inquisitors along with you. You have a like 12 of them, I think it was, and an Inquisitor himself. Why do I not have? Right, because I didn't open that document with the Inquisitor's name in it. We are totally ready to go live on air.
I think his name is Dumbfaced McEvilbad.
I don't. So they're supposed to be the gray faction, right? Not, they're supposed to be, you know.
Listen, they're
with them is supposed to be bad for you, but like,
they're just asking questions.
Right. Inquisitor Sanchez. No.
No.
Doesn't sound right.
Santiago. San Diego.
Carmen.
Where?
Where in the
In
world
time.
is Inquisitor Santiago?
Oh my god, I have a document called Arc Overview, and it's literally 3 words. Think on this.
I don't know if this hit the stream or not, but when we were talking to John Harper, I pointed out that one of the missions I prepared for Argent Springs was literally, it said, there's a murder mystery. There's a murder mystery. The butler did it. Somehow stretch this to 3 hours.
I did it. I did it.
You done did. I'm gonna take most of the credit for that, even though I did literally none of the work.
Okay. Yeah. So you've this person's name is Inquisitor Sanchez now because I don't have another Inquisitor name in front of me, and we want to keep playing. No, this is it. There's a house dashed on the hill. In fact, that's the name of the village, House on the Hill.
I thought
Because
so.
the village's
I
main
believe-
feature
yeah,
is the
that-
house on the hill.
And we're expecting a
so-
betrayal.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And the house is filled with people. It is literally chock full of people. There are people on the roof throwing stones, not at you, but like towards the Domicon as they advance. And you hear this weird like galloping sound of like hoofbeats on the ground, but the hoofbeats are wrong. They sound like they're made of meat pillars, and there's only 2 of them as opposed to a 4 gallop. So it's like stop, 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 stop. And you can see off in the distance that there's this kind of roiling dust cloud, and part of the rolling dust cloud peels off and starts stomping its way towards you.
Oh, good.
Are they charging in single file to hide their numbers?
No, they're in wedge formation to make it blatantly obvious there's a lot of them coming towards you.
Okay.
Am I there, or am I like going to charge in from the side Gandalf style?
Sinrathi, roll me religion.
Oh, good. Actually, I should be okay at this.
Yeah, you should not be terrible at this.
I have a
Says with
4 in it.
With little hope in his heart.
I rolled a 10.
All right. That's decent enough.
Okay.
I'm going to go with you summon Yorha.
Well,
with your religion.
So I was honestly kind of hoping for like a Florida Man entrance for this.
Okay.
Like Yorha just comes like cuts the charge off, sort of like hits the side of the wedge.
like a cue ball running sideways into a bunch of stacked latte. Yeah.
Angry man screaming as he runs out of the room like brush and thistle.
Old man yells
my
at
dragon girlfriend.
wife.
Wife.
Yeah.
No, this is the dragon I have on the side.
Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez.
That's where I was managing that whole situation.
Side dragon's perhaps not the best of ideas. Just throwing that out there.
I'm really hard to keep dead, is the only thing I can say to that. Yeah, I'll totally be charging these. Quick question to set the mood in my mind. Is this cornfield like green corn, or is it drying out at this point?
I think it's drying out, like it's past harvest.
Like, would it burn effectively?
So most of the corn's been harvested. It's just the stalks.
Oh,
Popcorn fail.
go for it. Oh, jeez. No.
Did the grenade launcher start a fire?
Not yet.
I mean,
Okay.
we didn't start the fire.
It was always burning.
That's the world's
How close are these things to us?
Not super close yet.
Okay. But none of us are in the corn?
Do you have a different map, Mike? Because we're still looking at Goblin Town.
Oh shit, you are? Here.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Holy shit!
They're
Is it not horrifying?
I think it actually would have been more horrifying if they were still facing the other direction.
And they're just butt charging us?
Yeah, levitating backwards at us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
This one.
are we acting out of initiative? Because I'll totally smite some fools.
I was about to say, I will totally light one of my arrows on fire and chuck it into the field.
Oh man, I've got some good shit I can do in this fight.
I will rage charge and then probably be lit on fire.
I mean, I have not arrow. I mean, not fire arrow. I have
I mean,
mostly
If
arrow.
there's a
but-
so like corn stalks are kindling.
Yes.
It was not going to take much. If we're hucking fire around in just about any form, this will be a fire eventually.
All right, so we're gonna draw out a
Corms?
Yeah, we'll say this whole area is Corms for now.
My
You know
God,
what?
the
We
corms.
won't do initiative yet because I think I know what's going to happen with the cornfield, and we're going to want Corms elsewhere.
Okay.
I'm halfway tempted to like burn a maze into this with create bonfire. I'm not gonna lie. Like just push a 5-foot path and see if we can't set up some tower defense mazing. Also,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
wasn't Kaith up a tree, or like on some
Yes.
hill, or like up the
I think
up the manor?
I might have been like on the roof of the
Yeah.
building, I believe.
I think it was a shack.
Yes. Yes, it was a
He's
shack.
pretty
On
tall.
the roof.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So do you want to wait until these things hit the town before you attack
No.
them? Or do you want to meet them in the field?
Explicitly, the idea was that we hit them before they can cause any collateral damage.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we set fire to the field and make them run through the field at us.
Yes.
And then, if necessary, we mop them up when they get here.
Okay, so I'm gonna say the Corm. Man, can I find Corm?
Corm?
Corm.
Just find a picture of the band Corn and just overlap it several times.
See, I was just gonna start writing that.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say
was
you could do
thinking
the
of
M
the
backwards,
hamster.
but
Corm is an
there's no such
actual
thing as a
thing, which
backwards
is
M.
why I was like, what?
There you
Corm.
go.
Like an onion's a corm.
What?
It's
A,
not.
a corm is like the part of it's an underground fruit or like energy
Actually-
storage area on a plant.
Next, you'll be
Right?
telling me that there's a that a Corm is like a group of people.
Yeah,
Ne-
it's also that.
Next, he'll be telling us that peacocks don't lay eggs.
That was fucked up, and you had no right to tell me that.
That was great. That was great.
I was so lost right now.
I have $5 viewers and no more than Aaron and Jordan in this exact moment.
No,
So-
I mean I watched it.
In the goblin episode, we were joking that the goblins had like this stables area sort of thing, like a livestock area. And we joked that one of the creatures in the livestock area was a peacock. And we're like, yeah, and they get the eggs from the peacock. Peacocks don't lay eggs because that's the peahen thing to do. And we just didn't realize that the like name was gendered.
Pulled all over that.
Amazing.
And Zach literally blew all our minds.
I mean, I've heard of peahens before. Like it's just when Zach said it and didn't follow up with like haha, by the way, it's peahen. He said it was so sure that I was starting to doubt myself while I was listening to it. I was like, but. And then I remembered and I got pissed.
It turns out they're mammals like platypi.
Yeah. Peacocks actually give live birth.
Yeah.
What's
Wait,
actually
what?
one of
Those long feathers are actually nipples.
Bullshit. No, 50 DKP minus all of you.
That's
Well, I mean-
100, I'm down. Like, come on.
I know.
None of us killed any dragons, so none of us have any DKP to lose. Also, that's
Right.
like a zero-sum system. So, like, if all of us lose 50, then that's functionally nothing.
Are you level 3 yet?
No.
No.
No, you're not. And you're
Are we
staying that
level
way now.
3 yet?
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're level 2.
Because remember, Kaith can cast spells.
Oh god, the corm. There's so much corm.
Can cast Hey, Mike, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have that Hail of Thorns thing.
Yes.
Where I could turn an arrow into like basically an airburst. If that arrow's on fire, does the airburst also fire?
That sounds
Yes.
rad.
Okay, I am gonna burn spell slots really quickly this battle.
I think I'm actually pretty close to full on mine.
All right.
Anyways, let's murder some Domokun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get. There's like a web page out there that has, because my book is a pain in the butt to flip through.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the wiki page that has all the monsters in it?
DungeonWorldSRD.com.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it's fantastic and I like it, but that doesn't work for me.
No, those monsters have real low HP, and I would appreciate it if you used those.
5e SRD?
Yeah, hold on, Mike. I'm gonna throw it in Roll20 real quick. Or a version that I just found.
So I don't want to do anything like an attack or anything because I got to do the grenade last week. I do want to stand in front of other people be between the cornfield and my party members. That's all I want to do.
I just realized I have no ranged weapons, so what I want is a stick that's on fire that I can hurl at the first Domokun I see.
Didn't you get the spear gun? The gun spear?
No, I haven't gotten that
Lance.
yet, I don't think.
I thought we picked that up for you, maybe. So maybe
No.
you don't have it yet.
The gun,
maybe.
the gun axe was still being crafted.
All right, I'm all set now.
Okay.
Okay. So with a stomp, you see 5 of these things peel off from the plains to the north and start stomping your way in towards this village. And there is a sizable amount of them still out there, just stomping around.
Mike, that's 6 in the wedge. Unless we don't see the one
Well,
in the back.
This is going to be a really hard encounter now because I thought there were 5 and there are 6.
Do they explode in acid when you stab them? Because
Did we even publish that like 2 adventure thing?
What was the acid thing?
The 13th Age, when you murdered my
shit.
rogue when I
Yeah,
crit the
I
monster.
remember now.
where we killed Andrew's rogue
Yeah,
twice
yes.
in combat. One of the times he wasn't even involved in the fight yet,
Yes,
and he just died.
yes. I was so into that rogue too. Ugh.
Such a good cook.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that.
No,
She got better. It's okay.
Yep. Yep.
Also,
And now
she
it's-
kind of turned into this character, so.
Nice. Yep, and it is she has passed into legend now.
Okay, apparently that's deadly if I have 6 of these things.
Oh, I am no longer Tessa Shine Rock, so I should fix that, huh?
The chili cubes? Oh, the monsters.
Oh, these chili cubes are so good, guy.
Is that what the
So
Domokun
good.
actually are?
Yeah.
They're meaty
They
water
do spray
monster.
acid when you get
And
them.
then I have these things called pork rinds that I'm chasing them with.
Okay. Let's murder some
Bacon
Domokun.
air.
Yes.
Is there any relation between Bacon Air and David Air?
I hope not, but I think bacon air might make better movies.
That's fair.
Right. So you see the Domokun stomping around you, charging you. What is the action or activity that y'all are going to take?
I am going to use thaumaturgy to make my voice super loud and probably the ground quake in just a narrative, not mechanical manner. But I really want to like direct those riflemen that came with us to open fire. And so if like their wizard sorcerer bullshit is a chump, and clearly these men need proper leadership. So that's my action.
I'm going to try and fire my fire arrow in this direction so that I can sort of funnel the monsters closer to me so I can hit them easier.
Gotcha.
Do I need to roll to attack the ground?
Yeah, because you might roll 1 and then set the barn on fire.
Oh, sweet.
I shoot the corn.
This is D&D.
I mean, just make her roll 1 red die, and that's a 1 in 12, right?
16. What's the ground's AC?
Effectively 2.
Okay. Does the fire help any? Do I get an advantage?
Yeah, sure. Roll another d20 to see if you critically hit the ground.
If you do and you murder the planet, I am going to be so upset with you.
Hack the planet, skew the planet.
Yeah.
So
Sinkhole.
it's okay if you get a fire arrow. So Fritz is helping you out here with like the magical lighter thing.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was right, Fritz.
Yeah, it's not magical in the sense. Yeah, but yes.
Yeah, he handed it to me.
It's not
and
magical.
I
GM,
think
it's a
I
regular
have-
lighter. You've seen them.
Yeah.
I think
It's a
I have
lighter.
fixed it to my bow.
Gotcha. So you get your bow fixed out. You fire off these fire arrows, and they arc through the air and they start lighting the corn on fire. Is roll 20 really slow for anyone else, or is it just me?
A little.
I mean, you have like a billion corn assets on that thing right now.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's simply 4 times 4 times 6.
Think of all the polys it has to draw now, Mike. All those triangles it has to compute.
4 times 4 times 6.
84. 84 quorums. The individual quorum is weak,
No.
Yeah, but
quorum is mighty.
but all those tries together, Mike, and all those poly faces, and now it has to like do all the lighting calculations, and I'm just talking bullshit.
I mean, you would if I would not be talking bullshit if I had any of this stuff turned on. So they split off in half,
Oh,
and
fuck.
half of them go north around the quorum, and the other half goes south around the quorum.
Help.
And I believe that Yorha wanted to come screaming in from the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm feeling like narratively, I would like to make that the north side. Because if Vashla and the poor, definitely not sacrificial Inquisitors down there have the south side covered, I think.
Okay, you want to just like spring attack on them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna rage and then go punch some Domokuns.
Okay.
Let me pull this up here. All right, I guess I'll roll attacks. Can I do that? There we go. Roll glaive? No. Roll glaive here. This is how this works.
Oof.
Got him.
So
I'm disappointed.
Doesn't
Going
your
over.
reckless attack make you advantagey, or
It does.
Okay. But you didn't want them to have?
I didn't think about it.
Okay.
So maybe next time around we'll get that.
okay.
It's been like a month since I played this character, so I'll see a little bit. Yeah, so I will like whiff with my axe and then like body up on a Domokun and hope that I don't die, or get shot in the back with a bunch of fire arrows.
No promises. So the fun part about this is that up close, they don't. So most of the time, the rock creatures resemble something that you're very familiar with, a goblin, like wolves. You know, something that you find out in the wild. These things are bizarre, right? They're mostly mouth, right? They've got these stumpy legs that are stomping, and the arms they kind of like run on when they're galloping.
Okay.
And they don't immediately resemble anything that you've seen. Go ahead and roll me a history check for your Swiss cheese memory.
I am the best at history.
Swiss 3.
Yes.
Good. Swiss cheese memory is a hell of a fate aspect, I should note.
Well, it really is. One of these days, I will remember something.
Today is not that day.
No.
That'll be a day
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
Like, I don't need to study history because I am history.
That's a punch your fate aspect. You
That is
should
a
play
very
fate.
strong
You might enjoy it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the thing. Describe your attack with the glaive.
All right, so I rush forward, and I mean I see there's like a tree there, so I position the tree between myself and the nearest Domokun, and then attempt to stab at the other one, and probably like get the glaive caught up in the tree branches because I'm a little excited. Maybe I don't know. Stabbing. I attempt to stab and fail.
So it's not that you fail. It's that you attempt to stab, and it grabs it with its mouth.
Oh God. Okay.
Hungry Domo.
And it starts pulling you backwards, or pulling you towards it. It like
Okay.
takes several steps back, and the other one next to it, I shit you not, it leaps over its friend.
Great.
Like a crazed gorilla monkey leap from Congo, like over its back, and like tries to tackle you.
Awesome. That sounds awesome.
But a 9 doesn't hit your AC, does it?
No.
All right. What cool judoka do you provide on this thing? Do you drop your
yes.
glaive?
No, so like I'm sort of giving ground on the glaive for just a second. Leaving only one hand on the glaive. I'm gonna duck under the leaping Domo-kun and sort of guide it to the ground on the other side of me, hopefully putting it on its back. And then next turn, I'm gonna try to lift the one up by the glaive and slam it into the other one that's on the ground.
I really want to see you tie Otoshi at Domo-kun.
So it makes a lot of noise when you do that,
Yep.
and you can't. It's not growls or grunts. It's way more specific than that.
Do I understand it?
You'll have to get closer.
You can't hear them speaking Rammstein from there.
Just carried on the
Would you like
wind.
to making fuck berserker?
Carried on the wind, faintly you hear bang bang.
Fritz. Yorha roll initiative and Keith too. Fritz.
Oh, gotcha.
Let's see, so
Boom.
I don't have anything fancy this turn, so I'm just gonna line up a shot. I guess the larger clump down southwest. And I have a character sheet around here somewhere that has a thing I can roll.
I think it's on the internet.
Yeah. Is this the thing?
Oof. Hello.
A14.
Nice. Okay, so, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was trying to figure out why your initiative was 10.17,
We do this every time.
Yep.
Yeah, every time.
and every
Every
time I'm
Still
confused.
doesn't make sense.
You're chili drunk.
It's so tasty. I'm really having a hard time not just eating constantly. So describe your cannon attack on these things.
So yeah, I think Fritz hits the lever on the side of his armor. The pistons shoot out the back to brace himself, and it swings around on a gimbal. The gun swings around on a gimbal, and it almost has like a steam whine as it powers up. And yeah, because this is eventually harnessing the power of electricity or thunder. So I don't know what the hell this artificer nonsense does. Yeah, and then it takes a careful, steady shot at one of the guys. Bangs.
Capacitor wind
Yeah.
up noise.
Yeah.
So you explodes out, and it takes, you hit the target. These things may be, like, they're not large, right? They are slightly larger than Keith, but they're like meaty and thick and wide. They're like Keith-sized doors, I guess. Like if you had a vault in which you kept your spare Keiths, this would be the sort of door that would go there.
You would be rich.
You blow a chunk out of it, but it's not dead, and it keeps going. You've like clean blown one of its arms off,
Okay. That's troublesome.
and like
I
it
imagine
blows
that.
off in like
Like chunky
it's like shooting a
salsa.
wall.
Oh.
It decomposes, it disintegrates off, but it's not like people on the inside.
That's good.
It's not much like people on the outside. So,
I think that's a continuous theme that Mike is establishing with us.
I would be more surprised if it was not people on the outside, but people on the inside.
Just whole people on the inside. You shoot the arm off and it
Lots
like
of little people start spilling out.
yeah. Gnomes,
All right,
halflings.
Fritz, roll me some initiative while Vashla queues up an action.
Oh, initiative, yes.
Sorry, am I rolling initiative too, or?
You can take an action first. I figured that everybody should take an action first.
Okay. Well, I changed the cannon back into a proper hammer so I can have my shield ready. I guess I'm just kind of waiting for them to get too close, like, I don't know, stop any that get close to the rifleman and Sinrathi. I don't really have an action in mind with them far away.
You can prepare an action, which Mike is trying to
Yeah.
say in Roll20 chat. So
Oh,
So you can be like, when one of them gets close, I'm going to bonk it with my hammer, and the roll is this.
Yes, okay. Yeah, hammer. Change it to...
Feel my willpower save to not eat chili.
Mm-hmm. I really want to hear, like, the bonk as you, like, just... A Domokun. Good.
That's fine. I haven't done that since episode 1.
So,
Mm-hmm.
the good news is that they're not yet in your face.
Okay.
Mark experience.
Yeah. Bad news
But
is
it
that.
was 7.
So, you're guarding Sinrathi, not the Musketeers, right?
No, I'm guarding both Sinrathi and the Musketeers.
Okay, sorry. I dragged your character around. Please. I'm sorry. Undo.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and roll an initiative. Sinrathi, what are you doing? You've rolled me to inspire the Musketeers, like an aid check or something like that. You got that thing where you can make people do better?
Yeah, I've got guidance, which is 1d4, but if I actually spend, like, an entire action helping them, like, inspiring them, mechanically in D&D, that's advantage.
Okay.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's way better than 1d4.
Kill him.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think because I don't like these people particularly well, and it's a much better modifier, and I'm definitely not just metagaming this, I think I'm, like, taking on the, like, tenor of a gruff commander and telling them, like, shoot them now or they will murder you when they arrive. And I would like to intimidate to very, very loudly to get these inquisitorial foot soldiers to do the needful. Yeah, that's a 19.
Wow.
19 next to a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is
Do you
a
know how
collection
much
loss.
luck you just burned?
I mean,
No.
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you hang up first.
Indian standoff.
Love you.
Love you more. Yeah, I tell them, like, yeah, kill them now or they will, like, arrive and kill all of us and those nice people in that house on the hill. Do it now. Do not stop firing until they all stop moving.
What's the they get an advantage then?
Yeah. And I was using Taumaturgy to be, like, really loud and make the ground quake. And maybe that's sort of what, like, puts it over the edge, is, like, they feel the ground shaking. Great. Good job, soldiers.
I rolled a 4 and a 1.
Uh-huh.
Does somebody else want to roll for the soldiers? That's not me.
I mean, that's the roll, but, like...
Right. In the future, if you'd like to not roll.
No.
You
So,
scared them so much they shoot.
Yeah.
They just shoot wildly, right? Like, they start shooting. And then the Inquisitor Essentials is over there, and he's like, wait until you can actually hit them, morons.
How shitty are their guns?
They are not Inquisition quality. They're not allowed to have fancy guns.
Mm.
They have shitty non-rifled arquebuses, essentially.
I guess. That makes me sad. They don't get to have Fritz tech.
I mean,
Yeah, well, they're
you can
they're
give them
plebeians.
Fritz tech if you like.
Exactly. When we finally arm the proletariat, it's going to be with Fritz Tech.
Yeah.
So
In Sinrathi, I need your initiative.
3.
3.
Point 12. 3.12. It's important.
I almost got pie initiative.
Okay.
Fine.
I should be able to press the button to numerically descending. And Vashla, you are up. Well, so I'm going to have them go first. And they're going to go twice. They're going to charge right up in your face. And they're going to be all like, roar! They stomp, 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 stomp. And now that you're closer to this one, that's got its arm blown off, it's like, and the insides are not, like, filled with, you think you can see something that looks like the gray of what was once bone, but for the most part, it's this kind of mealy, orange, almost fluff-looking stuff.
Okay.
And you swing at one of them, and
Yes.
it deflects the attack with its giant stomping teeth.
Okay.
Oh, no.
It's fine. Are any of these ones the ones I shot and got back up, like when I shot my grenade launcher?
So you guys effectively obliterated that group, and this is another group that has come forward.
Oh, I thought they got back up again.
They did,
Okay.
And then they fell over.
and then they ran off.
Okay.
They were treated.
Okay. So, they're gonna hit me now, or?
No, it's now your turn. They use their
Oh.
action to get close to you.
Okay, cool. I'm going to swing my hammer gun. If I can, I'm trying to like kind of hit one, kind of push him into the other one, and just kind of, I don't know, like hook around and send two of them flying into the cornfield.
Before you rolled, did I
cornfield.
Before you rolled, did I inspire her too?
If you wanted to, but I mean, you're kind of mean to her when she's
That's-
okay with that.
Also true.
I'll leave it up to Vashla to decide whether or not.
I am inspired.
Okay.
See, when he yelled at those musketeers, it made me think of my drill sergeants. So-
That's probably where I got a lot of the affect from. Was like hearing you, like there was probably a bit of dwarven stank on a couple of the words, just because I'm like copying like stories you've told me.
Yeah. Like, yeah, because I used to be a mercenary, I used to be in the army, I used to lead people.
And you're like, you should have rolled your fucking arm more, you goddamn tiefling scrub. But
And
that's a 19.
Yeah, I mean you could roll again with advantage, but yeah.
You should roll again, just in case you get 20.
I just want to see if I get a 20.
Yeah, just the d20.
I just roll d20.
Fuck. Okay, cool.
Nope.
Yeah, there's a
no.
9% chance of that happening too. Yeah.
It's too bad I'm not what is it? Champion Battlemaster? Like it's like a crit at 19.
Yeah, that's what Charles was in the playtest.
So you said you wanted to hit 2 of these things at once.
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to kind of like hook around the left, send it like slammed into its friend, and send them both into the cornfield.
Okay. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
So you bring this one, the hammer around, you smash one of them. The other one kind of goes tumbling off into the corn.
Mm-hmm.
And this one gets knocked right over there. Oh, wow. He needs to be on top of the corn.
I mean, it's scarier this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That one's tiny Domokun hiding in the corn.
Like later at the end, we're all like licking our wounds as he just comes out and finishes us off.
Rawr!
Mhm.
Yeah, so one of them is definitely down. You hit with the one in the middle, it plowed into the one on the right. The one on the right that had its arm blown off by Fritz is not getting back up. Orange stuffing right now.
The one outside the corn.
The one outside the corn with the lovely red X on him like a bandolier.
My circles around my token that we're blocking it. I don't know how to minimize it.
What?
Click
If
off
you-
the token.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Never mind. It's all good.
We got there.
Yeah.
I think it's the Inquisitors now.
Bleh. Now he's on the side, you can see. So the Inquisitor is still inspired.
No, it's just one action.
The one shot.
And they threw that shot away.
God damn it,
Oh,
Aaron. I was
so-
gonna say that.
They missed their chance to go.
They missed there. You just get one shot. And then, so the Inquisitor walks up and down the line behind the Musketeers. And it doesn't matter what these people are. Wow. Is he, like, cruel? Yeah. He's going to be like, these monsters may be nothing like the things you've ever seen before, but you still fight for country. You still fight for man. Aim for the center of mass. Shoot them down. Like a lot of these, the guns go pop, 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 pop. You know, they fire off, and there's lots of smoke, and there's like a fusillade sort of thing going on. This one that's left in the field is still staggering forward. It doesn't seem to be particularly affected by the gunfire. Fritz.
So yeah, I think Fritz, after using bonus action to reload, probably last round. I don't know, but Fritz swivels around to take to line up one of the shots on the ones that's attacking Yorha. He seems to be having so much fun out there with things crawling all over him. But I'll help him out anyways.
I'm super into it.
Yeah. Not as effective this time. Only a 7.
All right, so is it the same sort of concept that you got with the armature winds up and fires off?
Yeah, I think since he's already planted, it doesn't not quite as much to do this round, but yeah.
So the good, your heart was in the right place, right? The problem is that the Yorha is there in the middle of the Domokun. And that is not a conducive place to be firing if you want to not hit Yorha. And this time, you decided that you would err on the side of caution and did not, in fact, hit Yorha. But next time, maybe you'll change your mind.
It's a decent shot.
That sounds like a devil's bargain if ever I've heard one.
Yeah, I have to restrain myself from like, we'll use a fate point, or how about a devil's bargain?
Yeah.
Yeah, because those don't exist here.
Yeah, and I haven't introduced Dragon Balls yet. Yorha, the Domokun in front of you has its teeth clamped down on your falcata, or whatever it is.
Okay.
Glaive?
Spear. Glaive, thank you.
Glaive, yeah.
And the one behind you is like a little bleedly bonked on its head. Like it's perfectly balanced on its head with its arms down.
All right.
But it looks like it's going to get up at any second.
Here's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to attempt to lift the one Domokun up that has the glaive in its mouth, swing it over the top of my body, and bring it down, blade side down on the other Domokun, and see how much damage I can do to either of them.
Roll first.
Yep, that's exactly it. Like, this didn't work last time. I will, however, do the thing where I get...
A little late there,
Nice.
Mike.
Nice. She kissed you so hard your headset came off.
Also, Doug.
Wow.
Good.
Hooray!
Good team job. Yeah. You married a smart woman, Mike.
Yeah, no, it's a solid call.
If you dip the pork rinds in the hot, spicy red sauce, it's delicious.
It is. She didn't want to eat one?
She looks like she's trying to go to sleep, Mike. There's no way you sleep on
She
that.
literally just got off of a plane from Vegas, and I haven't seen her in a week.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
Hello.
Suddenly, this session has to end in 10 minutes.
Everybody's level 5. All right, good night, everybody.
Play us off, Phil.
Yeah.
You get a level, you get a level.
Andrew, gonna need you to stretch for like 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour.
No, 3 hours again with the butler.
Oh, my
Yeah.
mind went someplace else. For
Right?
For the rest of the butler. Yeah. So that one, yeah.
That is a...
Well, you had advantage.
Yeah. I'm giving myself advantage and also them advantage, so that's actually an 11, which I
Okay.
assume also doesn't hit still.
So yeah, you bring the glaive over and attempting to cut it down, and you find that your glaive is like thoroughly trapped in this thing's mouth, and it is not made of material that you've successfully cut through with a glaive before.
So
This
like,
is not teeth. You can cut through teeth in a glaive. This shit's
Okay.
ridiculous.
I'm imagining there's a semi-comedic moment where I like swing him up, or it up into the air, and I do bring it down on the other one, and then they just like squeak like dog toys as
Well,
they
they are-
smash into each other.
You
And then-
pull it up in the air because you're strong as shit, but these things
Yeah.
are immensely heavy.
Okay. Okay.
They should not in any way, shape, or form be this heavy, and it is phenomenally like rough for you to pull this thing up in the air.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're made out of like concrete and Cheeto dust.
Cora,
Hi, Cora.
cat attack. Yeah, and
Yeah, now I'm screwed.
Mm-hmm. Only mostly.
I'm not going to say that you're screwed. It's entirely possible that you'll be fine, but
Remember that they both have advantage against me?
right.
Yeah, when they attack.
Rip.
Nowhere near you.
It's okay.
All right.
It's okay. Cure wounds is touch range.
I'm pretty sure I can tank a round of getting messed up by 2 of these things,
Well-
but
Because
Picturing it now. Your hub runs through the cornfield and finds the other you.
First hit is 21.
that's definitely a hit.
And I guess so. How do I do this fancy thing where you guys have like?
K1. Oh,
No,
that thing.
Yeah.
You'd have to make character sheets for them. It would probably be decently involved.
What about a 14?
I believe that hits. Hold on 1 second. Let me check.
Probably.
I am a naked barbarian.
Yep.
And in the game.
Yes. Yep. That's 2 hits.
All right. Would you rather have the average or me roll?
Roll.
Yeah,
roll,
do the roll. Do the roll. What's
All right.
the worst that can happen? Death. Death is the worst thing. Oh, yep.
19.
All right.
So let's talk about what actually happens when this occurs. Are you dead?
No, I'm assuming that they're not doing some funky type of damage to me, and they're like bludgeoning me to death with their fluffy parts. I have resistance to that.
Yeah.
Do you have resistance to slashing damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the things swarm you. They like leap onto you, and they don't have like visible hands or digits, but their entire body is like vaguely tacky.
Ew. Okay.
And they start like their giant mouths just start chewing on you, like wherever you are, like whatever part of you they have. Like one of them like leaps onto your back and just starts chewing on your back muscles, and this other one is like tries to envelop your entire foot in it, and like these things are immensely heavy, and like everything you touch of theirs is sharp and hurts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that they're tacky. It's just like their skin is like shark teeth.
Great. That sounds awesome.
You should run.
That sounds awesome. Yes. No, I am, and like I imagine there's like a
Tearing them
solid
off?
like a swaths of blood like coming down my like unarmored torso from their weird shark hide.
And as they taste your blood, they start chewing harder.
Because they're like sharks.
I'm super into that. Actually, great.
I have a feeling this is like Mike just threw 5 baby bullets at us in D&D terms. Like that's the monster he went and found.
You know what's
It's
not going to
pronounced
happen though.
bullet.
You know what hasn't happened yet though. I haven't hit it, so it hasn't squirted me with death acid yet.
Mm-hmm.
So really, we're up from last time. I read.
At some point, I will crit it and melt.
Vashla, this other thing tries to run past you and devour the musketeers.
I give it disadvantage.
You can also bonk it.
I let it.
Okay.
I let it.
Oh,
devour the musketeers.
I thought I had to. You know, that was just an opening for my protection fighting style.
Running
I-
past in D&D means you can bonk stuff. I think it's
shit. Yeah,
it-
attack of opportunity.
it might be a
Yeah,
choice between the AOO and the disadvantage though.
Yeah, it takes up the same action as your shield protect thing. So
I'm gonna do the shield thing because I want these assholes to live. And I already hit 2 of them, so.
So you're giving it disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh god, like Roll20 is entirely frozen for you. Why?
That's weird because
yeah, same here. Actually, it's really slow to move around.
no, it's
So
doing my chat instantly.
Yeah.
no, it's just the
That's
map
fine when
stuff.
I move
does.
the map.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the map is very
The
bad.
map has over 100 sprites on it right now. Like,
Yeah.
it's freaking out.
We can probably delete the corn and I can draw a shitty thing in the middle instead.
So the corn is all on fire, essentially.
Yeah, that's way better.
There's no more corn.
Just the one corn over the last dome. Oh, damn it. He was just hiding
popcorn.
behind the one.
There you go. I put it back.
Corn ghillie suit.
It's just covered in little.
It's covered in popcorn now because all the corn was on fire. So it's
No, it's pretending to be stealthing. With the rest of it gone.
It bends its knees just slightly and fades from view. Dude.
That's horrifying. Sorry. So how do I? What's the opposite of keep one? Is it L1?
KL1. Keep lowest one.
Keep lower. Yeah, KL.
And we'll do that because those things are horrible. Well, I rolled a 3 and a 3. So I'm gonna keep the 3.
Okay. Not the 3?
It's a tough choice.
Okay.
Can we have a third
Unfortunately, these guys have such low armor class that it hits them anyways.
What?
Wow.
What? Are you-
I'm kidding. It's
Jesus. Okay.
Made them musketeers.
Yeah.
You guys, you look like you would trip falling down the stairs. Like, here's some guns.
They
They're
can't manage to breathe without being like reminded.
You all are the elite fighting force of the realm, effectively.
Yeah,
These
but
guys
like,
are mooks.
like,
You have to outshine them in every regards.
commoners still start at 10 AC and have to go down from there through very bad things.
I know. I'm joking. They have 10 AC. They probably have some sort of armor too. It might be as high as 11 or 12.
So I'm picturing it runs at them. I like slap my shield on the floor and just it's kind of running into my shield ineffectively. Is what I'm picturing.
Oh, and it's like arms are swinging,
Yeah.
and you've just like done the.
Yeah.
It's the dwarven equivalent
Yeah.
of that, though, because she's
'Cause
so
it's-
short
yeah.
that she can't actually, like...
So there's a sound of rending metal as it starts devouring your shield.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
God.
That shot where Black Panther like starts denting Cap's shield. Yeah.
Keith, your friends are surrounded by devouring orange creatures. Watch, this seems fine.
I'm pretty okay. Fritz seems good.
You haven't looked behind you yet, Sanathi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Both of the ones by Yorha are still alive, right?
Untouched. Pristine.
Okay.
Not untouched,
This
but unharmed.
Mint
Okay.
condition.
Well,
Mint
this
in
one-
package.
Still
This
in
one that's
retail
closer to
packaging.
me, I want to use my hunter's mark on it to make it all glowful. And then I'm going to click another arrow on fire, and I'm going to fire it.
Which one?
Uh,
The upside down one.
Yeah.
Okay.
upsy downsies.
The one I failed to bonk.
A bow. 12. Shit.
Rolls are good.
Oh.
Good.
I was gonna be like, you have advantage too, and then I read the perception and survival. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, you have like a monstrous plus stuff going on here.
Yeah. Archery's
And I
some
got a-
shit.
It
And I
really
got
is.
a 12. No, there's a ranged attack thing you can pick at level 12 for like
Oh.
specialty, and it gives you like +2 or 3 to your attack rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do, yeah, it's really good.
Bow fighters get it at 1 when they choose the archery style. They get like +2 plus a bunch to their.
I've added a little glowy icon on the Domokun you've marked.
The Eye of Sauron. I appreciate that.
You shoot perfectly fine,
Actually,
right?
actually,
Like, it's a good shot. It's solid. It just buries itself in the Domokun, and the fire goes out.
This is problematic.
So Dorothy Cobb, they have hope and power.
Yes. Hi.
Lay it on us.
Cool. So this fucking domo. That's hecking up my soon-to-be devout followers. I am going to invoke the power of hope beyond reason and power beyond rational, explainable, whatever. And I'm going to hurl a guiding bolt into the horrible, terrible meat thing. That's a 14 versus its armor class.
Which will hit.
Cool. It takes 21 radiant flavored damage.
Jesus.
Radiant flavored damage.
Yes.
I think that's Cooler Ranch for the American translation.
And anything that attacks it afterwards, if it survived, the next attack against it has advantage.
I put its bar up there so you could see how much it was hurt.
Okay, cool. I murdered it.
It's leaking on the other side.
Yeah.
So the thing goes up like a candle, like a torch.
Mhm.
The radiant stuff, like the plain old fire just went out like
Yeah.
normal, like it just was extinguished in its orange shark skin fluff concrete. But the radiant damage seems to ignite everything that it is.
Mhm.
And shortly after casting it, like you can see its internal structure, like its bones, glowing blue as it rapidly melts like the tallow from a candle, and all that's left is this short, squat skeleton and moldering and black bones.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm so glad I can't see this on the other side of my shield.
Yeah, there's just like a sizzle,
Yeah.
and your shield suddenly is no longer being gnawed upon. And I think Senrathi like
Are the teeth still stuck in it though?
Yeah, and Vashla, when you're closer, this looks an awful lot like a troll.
Okay.
like Logan Paul or
Does it have the really up hair and the little jewel belly button?
we have to keep one alive to give to Mary Poppins.
It looks like a small malformed troll.
And I'm going to spend my move wandering over here and probably yelling something like, the fight continues, we have to save our ally.
You're doing the voice though.
Oh, yeah.
The fight continues, though our ally is fallen.
He's not fallen. And also, yeah, like, that was totally, like, I can't think of a good Wayne June line, but it's like, the monsters can be beaten. They can be bested, as, like, it falls over dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to have like 7 more daily sorcerer spells available.
That was one of 3, and then if I get a short rest, I can spend my remaining sorcery points and get one of them back.
Vashla.
So, I'm gonna swing at it again with the hammer, try finishing it off, getting
So swing at what?
The corn one.
Uh,
Because I
oh,
murdered the
I-
other one. It's very
Oh, shit.
dead.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I
it-
thought that, yeah.
The bar
corn
wasn't
one.
updated.
The bar is negative.
Okay. I just assumed from the bar. Okay. So
No more bar.
normal.
Less confusion.
Okay, I am going to go
decisive pummeling.
Now it's an open.
probably insult the one hiding in the corn as I approach it to hit it in the one singular remaining corn stalk.
It's like the tall, narrow corn stalk, and it's like just peeking out around it.
I'm going to not use my shield because it sounds like it's effectively useless at this point.
The shield's probably fine. I think it just got chewed on a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm still switching to two-hand wielding, because my Warhammer has versatility.
Mm-hmm.
And great, super.
There's been fully like 5 rolls higher than a 20, higher than like a 10 or a 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, so this is what I pictured the Domo-kun doing.
No, I found a better one. Click this one instead.
Okay. Oh my god! Yes.
But imagine that like life-ish sized, right?
Yes.
That's horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty horrifying, yes.
Especially because I'm a dwarf. Does that make it taller than me?
So the
Yes.
you swing into the corn, and there is a loud kerrang sound as you hit something way harder than corn, and like it, and your hammer's stuck,
Okay.
and you feel yourself being pushed back a little bit as this thing pushes its way out of the corn, holding your hammer in its teeth. And that's not a thing that creatures should be able to do.
No, that's pretty gross. Can I kick it as a free action?
Yes, you can kick it as a free action.
Yes, you can.
I don't actually know if I could actually do anything with that.
I'll make you roll 1d20 to see what happens, and if it's a 1, it'll eat your foot.
Great.
It's not a devil's bargain, I swear.
No.
Yeah, so you kick at it, and your boot gets scuffed up by its weird, toothy skin.
Okay.
And like, it's not smiling. It's just a creepy giant orange Domokun. But it seems to be enjoying this.
Okay.
The musketeers take careful, like, one of them like runs around behind you and puts its arquebus on your shoulder.
Okay.
And attempts to shoot at this thing holding your hammer. And I assume that these things have to roll well eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there you go.
I'm helping.
That person just furiosa'd you.
I'm not a strong dwarf, I'm a sturdy dwarf. Thank you, Train.
Yay, Train! And why don't I have this thing? Larf. Somebody have the link to the firearm damage page. Fuck it, I'm rolling 1d10, but somebody figure something else out.
I mean, D10 sounds about right. Adam's gun is a D12.
Yeah, D10 is a reasonable amount of damage for...
Gun.
Yeah.
8 damage.
Brom.
That's solid. They're better than me.
I mean, to be fair, so far all you've done is inconvenience one to an upside-down direction.
It's true. I mean, I'm holding the line up here.
Mm-hmm. That's why I wandered over.
Always on time, Zach.
All right.
No, you're not.
Yeah, the Inquisitor shouts this, "Fall back in line. What are you doing?" And the Musketeer doesn't seem all that impressed or interested, and is more interested in shooting this thing alive. Fritz.
I'm gonna do this the same thing I did last time, with slightly less regard for Yorha's safety, I suppose.
Awesome.
Never mind, if you attack me, you have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 2 chances. Wait, no. I could roll 2 ones. I might hit one of them instead. That's only an 11.
I mean, it's still not like hit Yorha.
It's still above 10.
Yeah. But the things are proving to be like way sturdier than you expected. Like you're fairly certain you're landing these shots. Like, unless your aperture needs readjustment, they just don't seem to be particularly bothered by it.
Apparently, shooting through a fiery cornfield is a difficult thing, and I should probably move, get a better shot.
Makes sense.
We're also
There you go,
fighting zombie troll dolls, apparently, so maybe they just don't feel it on the other side.
Yorha, I believe you're up.
Am I?
Yeah.
I mean, mechanically, I'm doing the same thing, but I will again attempt to. I'm going to plant my Yorha boot directly on the face, above the teeth of the one that's trying to eat my glaive. I'm going to attempt to kick it off and then stab it. Is the goal. I have high hopes for this turn. Doing it with advantage again. Fucking something has to work. Okay.
Yep.
That. I'm not super into that, but sure.
I mean, a 20's probably sufficient.
Yeah, 20 is
Yes.
way better than the 1.
But the 5, well, it's going to be 7 damage because my rage bonus. But it's not a ton.
I'm sorry, we're going to have to take a break here for 1 second.
Okay.
Vashla. Was there a pun that you wanted to share with the team?
No.
Okay.
No, something's afoot. Is what I pictured Yorha saying to Domo-kun as he kicks it.
I imagine he's trying on a bunch. Like,
Yeah.
you're pretty tough. Let's see if we can't do something about that.
Yeah, this is just the first one that's landed.
Yeah.
Which is.
So does it upside down one or right side up one that you're hitting?
It was the right side up one's the one that's got my glaive in his mouth, right?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'm kicking it in the face and pulling my glaive out, essentially, or trying very hard.
Done. Yeah, so you kick it in the face and you pull your glaive out, and you're able to like wedge it out of its teeth.
Okay.
And maybe your imagination, but your glaive feels bent to you after spending its time in that thing's crushing maw.
Okay, great.
It's their turn next. Vashla, the one in the cornfield, turns and runs away.
What?
I would like to try finishing it off
Ashen
since it's turning.
Kill, murder, kill, murder, kill, murder.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll an out of order action for that.
I have a question for attack. For the opening attack, do I get advantage or no?
No, it's just a
No.
D20 plus.
Okay.
It's a basic attack.
Oh shit! Okay.
So
Yeah. You take a swing as it disengages, and it just kind of like shrugs it off. After it gets a few feet away from you, it starts accelerating. And this thing is moving like horse speeds now.
Wow.
That's terrifying.
It's too bad we don't have somebody in the party with a range of 500 on their weapon.
I mean, short bows are also pretty decent.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can just see. I can see Fritz's.
Yes.
Here. I haven't looked at Kate's.
Just
Yep.
want to get people way off screen.
Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na.
What is done? Oh, nice. Wait, what is that from?
I don't know, it just sounded like sneaking away music.
Huh.
It's from my brain, Michael.
I played a game when I was a wee child that had that sound.
Okay. I might be pulling from that subconsciously.
Yeah, from my subconscious. Thank you. Yorha, the one that you've injured, turns and flees.
Interesting. I would like to stab it again.
Roll to stab.
All right. I do not have advantage on this attack.
Oh shit.
I'll take 4 more. Sure.
Well, no, it will.
Yeah.
You take 4 damage. It's too late. You already said you'll take it. You carve a chunk out of it. Like you stab it in the back on the way out, and you know that you hit it. It just seems totally not cognizant of the gaping wound that you rent into its back.
Okay.
And this last one will try to devour your spine.
As I turn my back on it, stab. Don't forget it has advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Why are things so hard to type? 15.
That's a hit.
Would you like the average or me to roll?
Roll that sucker. Let's do it.
5.
Nice. 2.
All right. Take 2 damage.
Rage is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Really is.
Let's see, with 25, I'm gonna have to throw bigger things at you.
No,
Don't
you
say
just
things like that. Stop.
you just have to throw bigger things at Yorha and only Yorha.
By the way, I would approve of bigger things if it meant they were larger targets, and I could therefore actually hit them occasionally.
So a giant Domo-kun. Got it.
Yeah.
And run into
Domo-sama.
Kaith, you are up. There are 2 of these things that are like 160 feet away at this point.
We really can't let those get away if at all possible.
Okay. I'm gonna. I can't. I guess Kaith wouldn't know which one was more damaged, so. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
What are you?
She's gonna shoot at this one, the top one that's fleeing. She's going to close the short distance eyes and then click the lighter and fire.
I love the phrase "short distance eyes."
I imagine them doing the like.
Well, it's like the bird of prey, like the head, like does this to like judge the actual like to get a better depth. Yeah.
Well, that and it's got the little clear membrane that kind of goes over, and you can see fog up real quick.
Nictitating membrane.
Nictitating membrane.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
We're not gonna peacock that, are we, Mike?
it's roll of 18, and it's 3 piercing damage.
Really made a piaz of ourselves.
Does the fire do anything extra?
Peacocked that one up hard.
No,
Shit.
no, the fire just goes out upon contacting distance.
Hey, they don't care about fire. Or, I guess, being fired at.
Roll 1d20.
Completely out of character. That seems horrible if they're also trolls somehow.
Who roll 1d20?
Zach.
Me?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Sinrathi.
Hello. One of these things is still vaguely gnawing at a friend of mine.
Yes.
And it hasn't been injured, so I'm gonna get a little bit closer. And then I think I evoke something like just your time has come to an end. Rest your weary cursed bones. And then I cast Toll the Dead. And it'll do 1 damage if it hits. Great. It needs to make a DC 13 wisdom save. How smart is a Domokun?
Averagely smart, but not this one.
Neat. So yeah, it takes 1 damage.
Awesome.
1 necrotic damage.
Oh, it's necrotic.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Is it necrotic, actually? I should double check that.
You should double check
It is,
that.
yes.
Very
I believe
much
it is.
should in this instance.
I'm almost certain it is, so let's call it yes, and then I can check the PHB, which is right there.
Okay. Let's call it yes, and somebody can zoom in Domokun and tell me what happened to its health bar.
I can't see it, but it probably went up by a point.
It may have.
Which seems like bullshit, since most things just get resistance.
Oh, but that seems
I know.
much more fun to get it health.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. It just means I'm gonna nuke it next turn.
Rockin' old school, yeah. With this one.
You're pretty sure, Yorha, that the thing is gnawing on you with renewed vigor.
Awesome.
Slightly sharper teeth. The teeth have been polished. That's all that happened.
It's like when the VHS tape will imperceptibly speed up while you're watching the movie. Yeah.
All right, Foshley.
Do I think I can shoot Philip Domokun with my cannon?
Roll
I'm sorry,
to
can you
believe.
repeat that? I was too filled with internal giggling at the idea of you accidentally shooting Zach with your cannon.
Oh no, I meant I meant the ones on the left.
The fleeing ones.
Yeah, that's way more sensible. I'm sorry.
I was wondering if 1, I could shoot them, 2, if I could reload my cannon
Yeah, you totally can reload.
for the grenade action.
I think that you had like a. We talked about like how you would do that.
The reloading was a short rest originally.
Oh, okay. But,
Or getting crits. If you crit, then
Yeah.
you get reloads.
right, okay. Well, I did not, so I guess I'll just shoot at one of them with my 1 remaining ammo still in the cannon.
Okay.
Which won't do splash damage, but
Take what you get.
cannon hammer.
Top or bottom?
Top.
I was gonna ask if you got any penalties for shooting something at far away, but you got like an 18, so it's probably fine.
Outside of short range is generally disadvantage. So like so for Fritz, it's like 150, 500. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So
I can roll again.
I
mean, the dice have already hit the table.
Yeah, you got one. It's fine. The Musketeers, let loose another volley, but it's well out of their range.
I just realized they're the loopers. They have the blunderbusses from that movie Looper, where you can't miss something that's within like 5 meters of you, and you can't hit anything farther away.
I like it. We'll go with that.
That was a good movie. Everyone should watch that movie.
Fritz. There is a burning field of fire with a Y between you and the fleeing Dumbo. There's also the one that's trying to destroy. There's also the one that's eating Gordon Yorha.
I clearly have had little success at shooting the one that's attacking Yorha. I guess if we're going no survivors here, I'll take a shot at the other one.
Survivors.
I was really
Yorha directly.
I was really gonna be like, I kill a musket man.
No witnesses.
That's right. I kill all the musket men.
So a coworker told me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was just gonna move forward 10 feet so that it's not 160 feet away, only 150 feet away.
Damn it!
God.
Using advanced techniques here.
That's advanced dickery.
Yeah. I still can't hit. Broadside of a barn. Only a 7.
Oof.
Rolls are not with me today.
So you step forward a bunch of feet, and you take aim at the fleeing one, and you fire. And you're trying to track the shot as it arcs up and then back down, and you're pretty sure you hit it. And it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, best chance you think that these things are mostly immune to bullets. And that idea like pops into your head briefly, and like, no, fuck that, that's dumb, or whatever. However, Fritz discards a silly idea imposed by the GM.
Inconceivable.
Nice.
Yorha, you have a buffed, shiny Domokun on you.
Awesome. I'm gonna do the thing where I fail to stab it again, and then we're all gonna laugh.
Do you want to use advantage?
Oh yeah, absolutely yes. Oh, you can pretty much assume that I will be doing this until you like put us up against a fire elemental or some shit, and then it'll be like maybe a question.
Until no fire elemental.
All right.
Fire.
Kaith is busy for that one. Sorry.
Just gonna play a goblin.
I mean, it was a good try, Yorha.
Yeah, I imagine I'm like chopping the hell out of this tree though, just taking chunks of it out.
I mean, you also take a chunk out of the Domokun. 13 hits.
What? 13 hits?
Yeah, 13 hits. Meets or beats 13. So.
Oh, there's an 8 damage for them.
+2 because rage.
Oh yeah, 10 damage.
Wow. Okay, so you're taking this thing. You take like a third of this thing apart with your attack.
Okay. All right.
So do you want to describe how you're cleaving this thing? And like, you know what? You cut off like part of its head.
I was gonna say, can I like come down through the head and then like sort of X-Acto knife over around the mouth and then out the other side and just sort of like pop a chunk of the thing onto the ground?
Yeah, it is in no way impaired by that, but you totally do that. And there's like a brief bubbling of this orange fuzz stuff out of its head cavity, but that's about it.
All right, Yorha lets out like a semi-surprised and disgusted and also mildly victorious yell. It's a very emotionally dense yell.
Yeah, that's some fancy emoting.
The yell's a real roller coaster of the trip.
So this thing continues to run away at top speed.
Ah!
And this one will attempt to devour you whole.
Yay.
Do I have advantage on this one as well?
Oh, always. Always.
17 will hit, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Am I rolling?
Yes, you are. Of course, yes.
12.
Nice. I take 6 damage.
So the thing,
Hey.
like...
How you doing, Zach?
Like pounds you with its meat fist, and then like leaps onto your shoulder and starts like trying to chew your arm off.
Okay, that's awesome. I think
After another like minute or so, it's probably gonna be successful.
Okay, well, we won't let it have that minute. I'm down to about a Sinrathi of HP, I think. Is it a measure there?
What's that in Imperial?
Well, in metric, it's 15.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm at 8. I'm at 8 XP.
Oh, okay.
HP.
So I should-
It's almost like double that, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
So,
yeah, it's a level 2
Halo
Senroth,
Arrow.
a level 1 Senrothi level of
I'm
HP.
also now shaking most of a Domo-kun, like, from one arm, trying to get it to leave.
Picturing, as it's eating Yorha, Yorha is
God.
telling Domo-kun stories about the time the clerics had to eat him and from his order.
Yes.
I mean, roll me another history check. We'll see one final history. See if you can gain anything from that. From these critters.
No.
No.
Nothing.
No.
They're a mystery.
There's nothing up here.
You remember
you
that
start-
one time you were eaten by priests?
Here's the thing, though. I don't, like, Yorha doesn't remember where he's been. Like, Yorha doesn't remember where he was while you guys were having an adventure. Yorha was just gone.
Right.
Fugue state and back now, apparently.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because there's something tickling in the back of your mind that would be super important about these things, but you don't recall what it is. And Sinrathi, does this thing explode with blue fire?
I believe it's Kaith's turn first.
It is Kaith's turn first.
It
Kaith,
is.
does this thing explode with arrows?
Arrow fire.
That's
You haven't used the
goal.
thorn spell, have you?
Yes, because there's always people around, and he has very little health.
Yorha doesn't count as people.
Okay, okay.
It's not a bird person.
My
true.
bow does a D10 of piercing, and the hail of thorns also does a D10 of piercing.
Dog
like,
butt.
On
There's a lot
average, that barely... and on average, that doesn't kill me right now.
Right, but if I don't kill it, then it's bad. So I'm just going to use my regular bow with a little fire arrow, and I'm going to take advantage of my hunter's mark when I shoot at this thing. 13.
Plus the
Look at that.
hunter's mark damage.
Yeah, I'm rolling that part. So 6 piercing damage.
You're muted, Mike.
I was listening to the microphone to get the dog to look at it. That'll hit. 13 will hit, and it's a good amount of piercing damage. So you said 6 total.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like. So tell me what the hunter's mark does for you. Like,
So
is it like a magical thing? Is it one of your eyes?
The middle set of eyes are more attuned to focusing on the weaknesses of certain creatures. So I'm not sure why I'm drawn to shoot at certain spots, but it seems to pay off more often than not. So, after part of it was lopped off, I think this arrow kind of sails up into the air and then just goes straight down into the gross circus peanut inside.
Yeah, I agree. And it kind of like thunks in there and like sinks way farther. In your opinion, and in Yorha, you're treated to like kind of like a splorching sound, like there's like a brief whistle as the arrow comes, just like, and then there's like somebody punched Jello.
Ugh.
Eat that.
No.
No, it was my one. It was my one-liner. I'm still working on it.
I'll
It gets
raise my
lost in
weapon.
translation.
I'll raise my weapon and like kick the body away from me so it doesn't fall on me and crush me somehow, because that's how my luck's gone so far.
It falls over and like crashes to the ground with a noticeable thud. Like It's like you kicked over one of those concrete barriers, that Jersey wall things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
And that's it. That's it. Except for off in the distance, you can see these dust clouds.
That's probably fine.
Hey guys, the good news is I'm still totally fine.
Was I the only one that actually took a hit that fight?
Yeah, I think so.
I just took all the hits every time.
Yes.
Just a few.
Just all of them.
All right, awesome. I tanked so hard.
I mean, logistically speaking, you are the best person for them to hit.
It's true. No, absolutely, 100%.
Do you have to like
No.
roll to resist rot when you get attacked by rot monsters, or how does that work?
You do.
I definitely did roll a d20 earlier, and it was not great.
Oh no.
That was that
Oh,
7
no.
you rolled. You don't add like
Whoa.
con to it or anything?
I wasn't told to.
Did you add corn to it?
You are in a cornfield.
Did you
Add
add
some corn on it.
quorum to it? Did you add quorum? Yeah, I'm gonna saunter over and like
Ooh, I can help too.
daintily step over and around. Nice. Step over and around like that last fallen Domokun.
Wait, don't use your spell slot. I'll do it.
Okay. I still want to like
Do it.
minister
I'm
my
just-
flock.
I'm dismembering the Domokun in front of me just for good measure.
Right.
Yeah, so you can see him like dismembering the Domokun, and like with every like hardy hack, there's this little poof of that the orange stuff in the inside of
Yup.
it.
Yeah, maybe maybe let's stop and let's get those wounds looked at.
It takes a couple of seconds for Yorha to like register your presence. He's just smashing and slashing, and then he'll sort of look up from the thing and realize that he's covered in orange dust and blood, and be like, "Oh,
You're like Butcher Pete.
I think Kate sniffs the air and she's like, she looks back at Senrathi and she's like, this is bad.
Yo.
Can I give it a shot?
Be my guest, and I'm gonna give you guidance. So add a D4.
yeah."
Actually,
the
can I-
whole time-
Can I help with this? Like
Sure.
give advantage help? Cool.
Yeah.
That makes yeah.
Okay,
the
I'm just
whole
gonna.
time the
click this
bird is
twice.
like offering magical help to Yorha. He's wearing the rock eyebrow, and like, is this seriously a thing that's happening right now?
I don't think she even like asks if you want help. Like she hops on top of you with her tiny little feet and she's like looking around for the likely like place of entry. And then
Yes, all of them are.
Uh-huh.
probably is trying to peck it out.
Oh, good. I am covered in like a crust of blood and orange dusts.
13. Lucky.
I'm breaded
Interesting.
in this stuff.
On excess, spend a spell slot.
Excess
You
is
roll,
a good
you
word.
roll exactly the right number.
Yeah. I was more thinking like on capitalist excess, become the bourgeoisie and spend a spell slot.
And be hunted by our hordes of goblin
Why not? You can
proletariat
afford it.
minions.
I feel like we figured that 13 was good for the first time.
13 was good for like stage 1, yeah.
Yeah.
That was enough to get Vashla to vomit out rot.
Yeah.
Does something cool happen? Like it just burns off of me at this point? Like
So, Kate, you said you were pecking it out of him?
Yeah, I think like if this succeeds, I think she's gonna like find where it's taken root and like rip it out and I don't know, maybe eat it.
I was going to suggest that.
Okay.
I was going to suggest that, yes.
So everywhere that it's gnawed into Yorha, this stuff is kind of embedded in the wound.
Okay. Yeah, so that'll
So
take
it's
a while.
like like if you imagine yourself as a gorilla printing another gorilla, like
Yep.
like picking the knits off and like putting them in your beak mouth, you're gonna have to like set your HUD down in order to do this and keep the wounds from closing.
I mean,
Okay.
birds preen too.
Or as a bird, yeah.
I think it's probably lots of quick pecking in order to keep the wounds open, and then like coming back to the first ones and pulling, and then doing another round, and then pull another one.
But why eat them?
Gotta dispose of it.
Part of her feels like she needs to.
I mean, like, and I mean, like, maybe we didn't cure Kaith, so maybe you
Yeah.
have the kind of rot that murders other rot. Like, maybe we just weaponized it against rot, as opposed to like, here's a cure.
I'm that girl on Tales of Berseria.
Berseria,
Whatever.
yeah,
Berseria. Yep.
Velvet Rose.
I'm a demon that eats other demons.
While you're doing this, like Yorha has to force himself to calm down and not be even sort of freaked out by the bird climbing all over him and putting her beak inside of places.
Luckily, I'm tiny, right? I mean,
It
that's
hurts.
something.
Like you're probably too proud to let it show, but this thing's beak is amazingly sharp, or it feels like it's 14 feet long. You know.
I'm all right. I imagine I make eye contact with either Sinrathi or Fritz or somebody around, and like they have to maintain eye contact with me, so I don't just like power bomb the bird off of me, just choke slam onto the ground.
I really like the mental image of like, in 2 or 3 more levels when this just becomes old hat. And like Yarha walking around like patrolling camp or something, and Kaith is like sitting on the shoulders, like occasionally pecking like into the shoulder blade, or like lift
Riding
your
in a baby.
Yeah.
Riding in a baby Bjorn on his chest.
well, just like no, I really like the idea of like you standing on his head and like getting shit out of the back of his neck, or like
Like
Yeah.
one foot on each shoulder, just pecking down
Yeah.
behind me. Yeah.
Like I'm now imagining Kaith like taking the bird claws on their feet and like pulling open the wound to make sure that it's nice and
yeah.
you know,
And I've got
Yeah.
those
Pokeable.
bad cassowary
Yeah.
feet.
Mm-hmm.
Vashla, as you're like checking on the musketeers, for the most part they're fine-ish, right? I mean
Yeah.
they're supposed to be kind of like soldiers and doing soldiery things, and they're supposed to be okay. And the one that shot the Domokun is the one that seems the least like freaked out by this whole process. He's kind of poking at the one, and he turns to you and he says, "I don't think it's dead."
The one that was shot to death.
Yeah.
The one that he shot.
Didn't someone recognize these as trolls?
Yeah, I did.
So-
So I would
How do you?
probably like to get maybe Fritz's attention because I think he's the closest one to me besides these guys. 2, tell the other guy to step back. Okay, so Vashla knows about trolls. Jordan does not know about trolls in this setting.
That's
Is
perfect.
it regenerating or like what?
So you want to examine the thing?
Sure, I have perception.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception. It's a perfect time for that.
Or like history or nature or.
No, my perception's better.
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
So here's the thing. You get close to it, and you're almost certain you can hear it, like this deep kind of grumble talk sort of thing. Its mouth isn't moving as it kind of emits this steady stream of. You can't pick out what the words are. I don't think you can, at least, but it's definitely like growling some sort of noise.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kill it.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to. Yeah, but I don't have anything to burn it with.
I mean, what does your hammer cannon shoot?
But I guess okay, fine. I shoot the cannon like point blank.
Guys, there's a field of on fire corn.
I imagine
can
you like
can I
putting
just
your
tuck
foot
it
on
into
its
the
non-neck,
cornfield?
like a horse you're having to put down. It's like,
You like croquet mallet it into the corn.
Oh. Yeah. So you want to shoot it or knock into the corn? It's up to you.
I totally want to pick it up, probably say something to it, and then chuck it into the fire.
So as you pick
I
it
don't
up
actually want to do a hammer, so.
and say something to it, it briefly makes eye contact with you,
Mm-hmm.
but it is otherwise entirely like limp.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'd probably say something along the lines of I don't have anything in mind right now, but basically something to remember Matthias and the rest of my men by,
Okay. Gotcha.
since they were killed by the rat creatures.
Is that why we've never hit it off?
Yes. Well, my culture while we're in a dwarven area.
I don't think I did that. You called me a chicken.
I mean, you did seem pretty clucking mad, so.
Do I have to roll something to throw it, or does that just
No.
happen?
No, it just happens.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I say something shitty to it and I throw it.
Gotcha. Yeah, the soldiers, the burned skeleton of the one that Sinrathi lit up. The soldiers take turns picking up their bones and tossing into the corn fire too, just to be safe.
But I thought they didn't believe in the rat.
Well,
You could
Maybe
still want
that's
to burn
evolving.
dead stuff.
yeah.
Kaith, can you roll me a perception check too?
Do you get 6 dice? One for each eye?
Sure. Roll me 60-20.
That's 22 do
One was fine.
Okay.
So yeah, the one that Yorha has speared and cloven, and you shot in the head with the arrow. There's something like burbling deep from inside of it. This kind of like low droning sound, and you're sure it's words, and you keep making out like every third one.
Can I put together what it's saying?
It's saying "Follow me."
No.
Does it say, "Come with me, little girl"? Gurgle, gurgle, bodies, gurgle, gurgle, floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah, no, it's just follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. In deep speak.
I think she's actually in deep speech gonna say, "Not today," and then she's gonna hop off of Yorha and ask him to throw that thing in the fire.
He will absolutely happily do that.
Mostly because the bird has stopped pecking you now.
Yeah, like that was awesome. Please never do that again. I will throw this thing in the fire now.
I love the idea where she's just pecking him, stops all of a sudden, says "not today" with no context to your house whatsoever.
I think like mid-peck the head goes, "Not today," and then hops off and like
Are you Woody Woodpecker?
a little.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good stabby, pointy beak.
Uh,
Some weird conglomerate bird.
I'm gonna go check on the one that's 120 foot away.
Okay.
And just burn it, because I've noticed other people burning the other corpses.
Yeah, this definitely has this other thing. I want to 160 feet away. Definitely burbling phraseology thing that it's doing.
Yeah.
In
I-
non-speech.
I don't even slow down. Like, I conjure the bonfire and just, like, keep at it until it's ash.
Okay. It takes way longer than it has with the other stuff. It is like a dedicated effort you have to go through in order to have the thing catch fire to start with and continue burning. Whatever this thing is seems to be kind of resistant to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna note that down. And like probably there's like a note in my book that's like, sigh, unscuff Voshla's boots. And then the next bullet point item is just like, rot trolls resistant to fire? Question mark.
All right. Let's take 5 because it's about halfway through, and I can get more spicy chili.
Cool.
Cool.
Sweet. why I figured I would do the remove thing, so you can spend your juice on healing people.
The purge
I may
rod.
not need it.
Mhm.
Let's see what I can roll. I think I rolled d12s
Holy diggity.
because I'm a barbarian, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like the same thing you would roll for health.
I could theoretically get some solid hit points back.
Mhm.
We'll see.
I should roll some hit dice.
Do we have an hour to spend on a short rest?
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on confirmation on here.
I'm good when you all are.
Well, I mean, we're back online. Hi.
I've been chewing Fritos.
Yep.
That's fine. This is the content that our viewers show up for, Mike.
Apparently. It's not John Harper or Jerry Holkins, or soon to be Adam Coble. Right? Yeah.
Why
Okay.
do these people want to talk to us? I'm so blown away by this.
Dude,
It turns out that nerds like talking about nerdy shit.
True.
And
especially with other nerds.
yeah.
So, Mike, do we get a short rest? Yes or no?
I mean, that's up to us to take it. And then
Yeah,
if
you are allowed to spend as much time as you want resting.
yeah.
I don't
also
have
had-
any functions against you guys spending back-to-back days just sitting in this field getting to know each other.
Getting to know
Sort of-
you.
Ominous cloud too that we need to be worried about.
There's a dust cloud in
Yeah.
the distance.
I will sit in the Corm Fire Festival and wait.
Corming man?
Corming man. Burning Corm.
Corbin Dallas multipass.
Popsicle.
Okay. So, do we want to spend the hour, or do we want to actually like set more Domokun on fire?
Well, yeah. How big of a threat do we feel like we're under? Should we go check and see if the people in the house are still there?
I mean, I
Like,
think
there's
They didn't go anywhere. They're just hiding in
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah,
I'm still concerned. Is the cloud coming towards us or
Yeah.
away? I kind of missed that part.
It's not.
I think it's just out there.
sitting there.
They're just having a rave out in the field somewhere.
Domokun orgy.
Yeah.
either I'm gonna need a chance to heal myself, or I'm gonna need to eat up some of Sinrathi's magic to not get face wrecked when we show back up.
I can rub some stank on it.
I don't know if I want that though.
Okay.
That sounds unappealing.
But why?
You don't want some magical strange?
I feel like I am unimpressed by the stank.
I was just gonna like make some joke about making a character who's a drug dealer, and then I remembered that was my Apocalypse World character, who was the medic of the party.
Yeah, because he had all the drugs.
Yes, Ro McD. He was the angel who sold drugs.
Well, okay, so I think
I knew a guy who played a drug-addicted droid in Star Wars, so...
those hollow chips are
Okay.
I
I
mean,
guess death USB sticks. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey.
I think Yorha would press on and address the newest threat if everybody else wanted to, or Yorha would like do some breathing exercises and heal. If basically, I'm not going to stand here and not go fight. So if somebody else is like, let's go fight, I'll go fight.
well, I was gonna ask Kate to help us do some recon to see if we can figure out what this cloud is, since they seem to be the best at that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
Keith, why don't you just fly over there and see?
Ah,
Yeah, just do a quick flyby.
come on, Yorha. We told you not to say that word anymore.
We gave you some sensitivity training. You're
Jeez. You're in another 8-hour class now.
I'm from another generation. What can
Yorha,
I say?
I think I think I missed a few spots where the rot might still be still for 20 to 30 more minutes.
I think we should do the short rest.
All right.
And during which I'd like to go talk to the nerds in the house.
Can I?
Keith, are you going to recon during this time, too?
Do you get spells back during your short
It's
rest?
terrible.
Yes.
No.
Okay, that was way better.
Long rest. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, long rest to get spells back. I can spend sorcery points during mine to get 1 spell slot back.
Okay. Well, since I'm not getting my spells back and I'm at full health, I can go do some recon stuff.
Cool.
I guess I should roll for that.
Vashla, is it? Yeah, go ahead and roll for perception and/or stealth. Vashla, is there a thing that you wanted to be doing?
I wanted to ask about the cannon reloading. I know it was mentioned it used to be short rest and then it became crits. Is it an either or situation or is
It's
the
both.
crit just okay? It's both. That's what I figured. But I wanted to ask. I'm reloading my cannon.
Okay. Like the Juan the Musketeer that what was the phrase they used? Mad Max you, I guess.
Okay.
He comes over and is intensely following along with you reloading the cannon.
I just make small talk while I'm doing it, like
Yeah.
just on the battlefield sort of thing. Trying not to do anything like super shitty. Like I've been trying to be friendly to these guys,
Right.
minus the Inquisitor when he shot at the doll. But like last time when we were traveling here, I was trying to entice them to join our camp via Fritz's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just being friendly while I'm working.
Yeah. The Musketeer like nods along like politely and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And by the when you're done, Juan whispers, "What in God's name are you doing to that hammer?"
God's name.
And
So there's a
sorry.
chance.
That's Mike. That's Mike talking. That's not the Wizard.
So you've heard of me.
What in my name? In Juan's name? What in the world are you doing to that hammer? And can I have one?
I was gonna say checkmate atheist, but
Yep.
Look, this is not a peahen / peacock situation, or perhaps it is.
no, but I jab a finger over at Fritz and say, he worked on it with work from Ash Wardens, basically.
Mhm.
Because Thomas was also like an Ash Warden Smith, I think you said? The guy at the castle?
Yes, Ash Smith Thomas.
Okay. Yeah, it was like collaboration because I'm really proud of the work that they did and I was happy to play with this thing.
Well, I will have to find that out. I don't know if they'll let us use anything other than some what we're given, but I will definitely ask.
I probably just give like a nod, like yeah, this kind of sucks. I sympathize, and I continue working.
Let's see. So we've got Yorha. Sinarathi, are you studying?
I'm gonna see if I can talk to the people up at the manor.
Okay. Fritz, what are you doing?
Oof, I don't think I have anything specific in mind. Beyond trying to get the Inquisitor to admit that the rod exists. I mean, see if he has explanation for what we just fought. Sounds like fun.
Gotcha.
Also, Mike, this one did end up in the fire. The one up by your hut, Keith.
What? The one up by where?
The one you just moved into the fire.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's in the fire, though.
Mm-hmm.
Inquisitor. Something or other. What's his name again? Inquisitor butt stuff.
The Inquisitor?
Yeah. Sanchez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, you should see the nameplate there. Okay. Good. We are going to do that next. So Fritz, tell me about the so the Inquisitor is looks nonplussed. Oh no, the Inquisitor is the full name of the Inquisition.
Is it just the Inquisition?
No, it had a full fancy name.
Yeah. There's a whole thing. I know how we can fix the situation with the Inquisitor, though. All we have to do is plus him because he's currently nonplussed.
Very nice. All right, it is just the Inquisition right now. Yep. Okay. The cultists you were thinking about the inevitable decline.
Yes.
So the Inquisitor is going over, has stomped out some of the fire near the burning Domokun, and is kind of examining them as closely as they can. What do you do, Fritz?
Wait, what happened? It cut out.
So he's trying to examine the rot creature.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm bending my glaive back into shape and like meditating, I guess, to spend HP.
Oh, I'm off scouting. That's right. Never mind. Ignore me.
So yeah, Adam, like I said, the Inquisitor is trying to examine the bodies of the burning Domokun.
So I think I would, effectively. No. So yeah, I'm gonna walk up to him and just, oh geez, I don't know how to play this. I'm gonna warn him that he's playing with fire. He's playing with the fire, literally. Yeah, that didn't work out so loud.
Stomping around in the fire, Inquisitor.
I will graciously warn him, be careful not to breathe any of that rot dust in, lest you take upon the rot yourself.
Require the tender ministrations of our bird.
Oh, this one's pretty great.
I doubt that somehow.
But they're not holy. They're explicitly not holy.
They're the other thing. No, they're not. Yeah. They're the secular orders of the Emperor's Inquisition.
The agnostic order of the Emperor's Inquisition.
We'll do the secular orders.
The skeptics' orders.
Well, so that's why I went with lawful.
Yeah. I'll have to think about this.
I was mostly asking about the Inquisition's name just so I could do that shitty.
And nobody expects the Inquisition.
Secular Inquisition.
But after last week, you should totally expect it. The Inquisitor kind of like sniffs at the fire, like not like full on breathing in clouds of smoke, right? But like sniffs towards the fire, like kind of like taunting you, and says, "These are remarkable puppets that you've created."
Puppets, you say?
Yes, this is clearly some third-rate hedge sorcery. To any wizard worth their salt can produce such golems of this nature.
I do believe you seem to have something in that little brain of yours that might suggest that these are golems or puppets, but I do caution you, you are deadly wrong.
Wow. Deadly looks around and says, "We suffered not a single loss."
I also didn't see you up front helping that situation at all.
All right, neither did I see you up front helping the situation. You leave your men to do the work, much as I do.
Yet I seem to be more effective than you.
Well, you, that is a very nice cannon you have there. Is that sanctioned by the Rod Wardens?
I think he's coming on to you.
Thanks, Homer.
I assure you, you won't find a shred of your technology involved in its creation.
Please step on the car, sir. That's well. Be that as it may, you have shown that there is no great, no boogeyman that lives in the forest here. These orange creatures are perhaps dangerous to the lone traveler or small caravan, but clearly no match for a concentrated fighting force.
We only fought a tiny fraction of their numbers, I assure you. That cloud over there seems to be created by a much larger horde that I don't wish to fight out in the open like this again.
Yes, Keith?
I have an idea.
The Inquisitor sort of like looks over at the growing dusk, the dust cloud in the distance, and says, "It may warrant a brief reallocation of troops to these northern regions, but it's nothing for us to be terribly considerate of."
While the Inquisitor and Fritz are talking, I would like to kind of like make some small crack at the Inquisitor's expense to see if I can get any of his men to laugh.
Okay.
Mostly just making fun of like how in denial he is. I don't know what I would roll here. Persuasion? I don't know,
Sure.
like I'm trying to get them to agree with me.
I mean, you can roll. There's gonna be some like equivalent of like of make merry, right?
Yeah. 15.
That's plenty good, right? It's, yeah, Juan is definitely paying more attention to you than his companions or the Inquisitor. And like several of them are, I'm not going to say battle weary, but like they've seen combat before, and the Inquisitor stood around and barked orders from behind them and doing things.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was like when Fritz was initially saying didn't see you anywhere in the battlefield. I think I was mostly trying to play off of that because, like, sure, that guy's high and mighty, but like, I haven't seen anything impressive from him so far. He's asking for quite a bit of respect and casting a lot of doubt, and he's got nothing to deliver for it.
It's definitely an idea that has not gone unnoticed.
Yeah.
We will flip over to Sinrathi. I am doing Kaith last for a reason.
Oh,
The best for last.
Exactly.
I don't
So
believe-
Sinrathi, you're going to check the house on the hill.
Yeah. And just ensure like nothing got past. Let them know that we burnt their corn, although I'm sure they know.
We burnt your corn. You're welcome.
I mean, we burnt your field, but it was that or like something probably more precious.
It had already been harvested, though, right? So it's
Yes.
probably not.
Yeah.
Really, we just
So-
cleared down an eyesore. I don't say that.
So the there's a villager on the roof, like with a bow. As you get close, he like clumsily looses an arrow your way.
Does he have a fiddle
Stay
to
back.
go with his bow?
Now look, I know bow is the right word. Don't peahen this situation.
No, but he's on the roof.
Yeah, I know the fiddler on the roof. Yes, he tries to get you to marry his daughter.
Sorry, I'm taken. I'm married to God.
And by the way, I don't see no ring. So tell me about your interaction with the people that shoots the arrow at your house.
I
Go
stopped.
away. We know this is too dangerous. We can't have possibly infected people coming to the house.
I stopped moving there and put my hands up. And I'm like, don't. It's all right. None of us are infected. I can guarantee it personally.
But you could be lying if you're infected, trying to infect everyone.
Which is why I'm stopping. It's also why I'm stopping here. This is a trust building exercise.
It's important to say that out loud.
Yes.
Is the next one him doing a
Yeah.
off?
And then I'm gonna catch him. Yeah. With my like -4 strength modifier. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just get crushed to death by peasant.
Delicious.
But yeah, I'm just like, it's okay. We've routed like the first charge, and we have our scout out in the field who's going to see what the rest of that, ominous cloud that is like looming behind me is all about.
They're just gonna come back. They always come back. Sinrathi.
Hello.
Shit, I meant Kaith.
It's me.
I was looking at you when I said Sinrathi.
I'm offended.
No, Andrew's just closer to the center of my screen. That shouldn't be possible.
What?
Huh?
What
No,
shouldn't be
what's the
possible?
logic?
Is it possible the amount of peppers you've consumed tonight has altered your perception of space?
I've had a fair amount of both pork rinds and Fritos dipped into this pepper juice, and it's amazing.
Are you drunk on peppers? Yes, no.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to my
And
life.
filled with love for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to torture your characters.
Okay, please do continue.
So, yeah. Kaith.
Hi.
Pretty good stealth roll, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Be ashamed if something happened to it.
I'm pretty woodsy.
Did you roll perception as well, or just stealth?
You said either or, so I can do the other one if you'd like.
I see also a D6 and a D20 plus 5. What's up with that?
I meant to. I didn't know if I had advantage or not for whatever reason, so I just rolled another D20. But for some reason, my brain typed it as D6 because I'm smart.
Dungeon World.
That happens. It's okay.
Basically.
So, yeah, they are. You get pretty close, so close enough to see. Number one, that you're able to track the fleeing Domokun. It rejoins the others like it, and they are, as best as you can tell, running around in a giant circle, just stomping up this giant dust cloud.
What's between here and there?
Idea. What's between me and the circle, Mike?
Flat, open grasslands, as far as you can tell.
Cool. I have an idea. I'm gonna walk that way.
Oh, good. We're in Saskatchewan. Where you can watch your dog run away for 3 days.
All right, what are you doing?
Walking towards the spinning circle of Domokuns.
Are you doing this in the open where they can see you?
Yes. Like bow and arrow put away, arms outstretched.
One of them peels off and runs towards you.
Okay. I'm not going to like flinch. I'm just going to talk to it in rot speak. And shit, I don't think what to say.
Hail, traveler, and welcome to my store.
No, I think she's gonna say, I do not seek a quarrel. I seek understanding.
So it charges right at you. Are you gonna hold your ground?
Mm-hmm. I am.
Okay. Okay.
It's all slow-mo, like those romantic movies where someone runs across the field.
It shakes its hair out.
Da na 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 na. Yeah. You're like half of a mouthful too.
Oh yeah,
With your
I'm a little
hollow
nugget.
bird bones.
Little chicken nugget.
You're one whole like chicken.
So as it gets closer, you can hear it.
Tender
You hear it
chicken.
growling. Du hast mich gefragt und ich hab nicht gesagt. And it like charges right up at you. Do you want to roll like a keep steady check, or you just want to be? If you feel like Keith does not need to roll such a thing, you will not have to roll such a thing.
I feel like there's some kind of draw that's bringing her here, and I'm not sure what or why. So it may not entirely be Kate's decision.
Or-
I don't know.
Yeah, it might not be like conscious Kaith would need to roll
Yeah.
the save, but subconscious Kaith is like, yeah, okay, let's do this.
So it's a false charge. It runs by you, right? It does that it's that gorilla thing that they do sometimes with. They run and as it runs by, you can hear the one thing that it keeps saying over and over again is, "Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me," sort of thing.
I'm gonna take off after it.
So it rejoins that circle and just kind of like starts running around in these circles. And as you get closer, you can hear they're all chanting the same phrase over and over.
Okay. They've got to be orbiting something. So, normally, in another life, in another time, I'd be able to see from above and solve this problem a much different way. But,
Maybe if you launch yourself into the air with some sort of catapult.
Keith is just going to say...
Or catapult.
Nice.
She's gonna say, "Let me through," and then just try to walk into the circle and see what's in the middle.
It's basically like walking into the middle of a mosh pit,
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing the death sprawl thing. So you're heavily buffeted,
Okay.
but they're not trying to kill you.
Do I make it to the middle?
Yeah.
What's in the middle?
An arrow.
Is it one of mine?
No, it's an arrow drawn on the ground.
Oh. Is it one of mine?
Someone has drawn one of your arrows. No, it's pointing to the east. And you can just make off another village in that direction.
Okay. I'm going to make my way back through.
As you make your way back through, they all stop. Right as you're leaving, like they all stop in kind of unison, and then they all peel off towards the east, towards another village.
Okay. I'm not sure how fast a tiny bird person can run, but she's probably running faster than that.
Okay.
In the direction of the rest of the party.
I mean, do you have any like flares or similar like?
I
You
have
have-
okay. I have an arrow that I'm going to light on fire and fire in the direction of where I came.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Wait. I have one of those special arrows that I bought. There's like a bomb arrow, right?
That sounds amazing. Yeah.
I'm far enough away to where there's no way in hell I'm going to hit the party, but I am going to fire that bomb arrow in that direction.
Okay, roll me
And,
one d20.
One red die.
One red die.
And then we're all trying to put out the fire, and we
Boom!
don't.
God.
Oh, perfect.
Holy
You
shit.
crit Yorha.
Yeah.
It only destroys the leftover rot traces in you. It's a Tide Pod.
Yeah.
Oh. You take the Tide Pod challenge and emerge unscathed. Yeah, no, that's perfect. You fire it off and poof.
I think I'm just like finishing up my talk to this yokel, and it's just like, and that is my cue to have a lovely day.
No, don't! You're not listening to me. They always come back.
And I'm just leaving.
Stop.
So he is sending very mixed messages.
Don't come. Don't go.
Yeah. Stay exactly there until you starve to death.
It's not like I like you or anything.
Yeah.
Baka.
Baka-kun.
You funded to sunder a guard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Aaron, you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I imagine the rest of us start running out towards the bomb arrow.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm finishing fixing up the hammer and stuff. I hoist it like effortlessly onto my shoulder. Give one of the guys who was like interested in how the hammer cannon works like a brief wink and just walk off for the action.
I really like the idea that it's like the manual charge is like the Futurama guns. It's just like a hand crank and just da 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 da.
No, I'm just trying to be charming as fuck to the musketeers.
One.
Gotcha.
She needs a new husband.
To
No, not that kind of charming.
for the musketeer, is it one in particular?
Then it's if it's not one, then it's if it's not one, then it's shit.
You got there. Almost.
Whatever. Yeah. Consider that
Somehow
30% of a
managed to
joke.
make it through that.
Just down the line, wink, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just turning my head.
It's the cleave effect, but with a wink.
Yes.
Something cleavage?
Got there. You got there.
Got there.
Anyway, whenever they regroup, Kaith is going to be like at the edge of the field, kind of hiding from view.
And then she'll jump out and go, boo!
Yeah.
No, I think whenever they arrive, she's just going to like stride out from behind whatever she's hiding and says, I went in the circle and there's an arrow, and then they went to the arrow, and then there's a lot of them, and they said follow me, and so I went to the middle of the circle, but they went to the east and there's a town there and there's a lot of them, and I don't know if we can do it, but we should try to save the town. I used a bomb arrow. Did you guys hear it? Is that why you're here?
Yes.
Okay. We should go. Or don't. What do you guys boss, what do you say?
Or don't. I'm not a cop.
I will immediately start jogging in that direction, basically.
I'm probably gonna jog alongside your hub, say something, do like kind of a catch up at the same time because he and I didn't really get to talk after fighting. Ask him how his side of the cornfield went. Talk about how many that I killed.
Do you embellish slightly? Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Well, I did get 2 of them.
Yeah. Like, she legit killed 2 of them.
Still
I
in
prob-
for the third.
I ask him how many he killed.
Awkward silence.
None this day, yes. And he will look meaningfully at the approaching buildings as we run in. Clearly embarrassed to be outdone by the rookie dwarf.
Did the Inquisitors come with us, or are they just like circle jerking each other back in that
firmly
fire
ha-
field?
Firmly half of them came with you.
Okay.
Only the ones that got winked at.
Yeah.
So the ones that
Yeah,
are on
the
the left
winking
side.
was
The ones that get
crucial.
the winked, the cleaved wink.
Mhm.
That was,
Yeah.
we'll do it.
Rawr.
Not the joke at their leader's expense.
It was really it's a combo effect.
Okay.
So you can't take any one part of it away and still have the same effect.
Does the Inquisitor say anything as half of the men come with us?
No,
No. Okay.
I give you leave to do the thing. You're already. Yeah, you're welcome.
well they're kind of like catching up to you. Like
Yeah.
you guys took off and then they started coming with.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably about it. For me, I'm just jogging alongside Yorha.
Okay.
Yeah. If Vashla wants to, I will regale her with tales of my mighty battle with the two demon cubes that I could not manage to kill.
I'd probably give him like kind of the same shitty response whenever he tells me any other history story where he was in a part of a battle. Sounds like non-committed, like yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, sure, Dad.
I'm so
Sure.
impressed with you.
No, I knew Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It was awesome.
It was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
All right. So all of you are together. Sinrathi and Vashla and Yorha and Fritz and Kaith all together heading toward the east.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
That don't impress her much.
No, it's
Vashlanaya Twain.
All right. So the camera like goes with you, and the Inquisitors eventually catch up, and they're breathing hard because you guys are just jogging and they're sprinting to catch up. It's like the Inquisitor elected to remain behind and guard the town in case any of them doubled back. But we thought you could use backup.
I'm sure he will be crucial in the defense of the house on the hill. Sedmarathi says while mimicking whatever the local gesture for masturbation is.
Once Yorha catches on to the fact that he's just being talked down to by Vashla, essentially, he will speed up because he's not in heavy armor and is a barbarian, and so
What's
he
your
will
move
constantly
speed?
run like 15 feet ahead of Vashla at all times.
But what's your move speed?
40.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's per round.
Yeah, no, like he wouldn't completely outpace her, but like he would get far enough ahead to show his dominance in this area, and then
Once
like
again, reestablished dominance.
yeah, and then like continue talking about his old exploits somewhere up where she can't make dismissive noises at him.
No, I still do. Increasingly loudly, like as he goes further and further ahead. Just so I know that he hears me.
I bet you got a lot of experience running away in history class.
there's just like in my mind right now, my mind's eye, I can see this like huge man mountain like sprinting across the plains, being followed by this significantly smaller figure, just like yelling pain at him, just like no, man, you ain't nothing.
So the camera hangs out for this conversation for a bit, and then it stops as the party kind of runs towards the smoke beyond the cloud, and it pans back over the burning Domokun corpses, over the Inquisitor and the remaining musketeers as they walk up to the house, and the Inquisitor has like his baton of office or whatever. He's kind of like tapping his shoulder as he's walking up. He says, "Now, you will open this door, and you will pledge your alliance to the Inquisition, and perhaps we will keep a guard set stationed here to defend your village, for no one else shall."
I mean, I'm gonna come back and undo that, so he's free to try.
Right, but you guys aren't here, and it's the dramatic way to end the session. So,
I want an arrow that when I fire it, it says "fuck you" as it whistles across the sky.
God, is your arsenal made by Scooter from
Yeah.
from Borderlands?
Yes.
This is where the boomerang arrows live. Get you one.
You know, I forgot how to use a boomerang, but then it came back to me.
Okay, so we have 10 minutes for all the tabletop that we usually or table talk that we usually do before session.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that we need to
We
talk
leveled
about?
up.
Yeah.
I mean, how many sessions have we played? Somebody tell me.
Like 8.
6.
6. 10.
This is the sixth
maybe
one.
30. I think it's 30.
It's somewhere in the low 40s, Mike. Come on.
Okay, so like our Star Wars game went for like 20 sessions according to my calendar. So we haven't gone that far.
So we aren't level 3 yet.
Yeah, so like
I feel like you leveled last session.
19 we'll give you.
No.
Oh.
No.
It's been at least one session in between, maybe two.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you should level?
I mean, I don't know that the Domokun fight was cool enough. At the same time, levels 1 and 2 for 5th edition are meant to be very rapid. Because you're, like, if you want the 4th edition experience of starting out and already being competent, you start your characters at 3. Like, levels 1 and 2 are we are, like, the chump tier adventurers who are likely to be eaten by a Gru.
I just kind of felt like I think we leveled at session 3.
Or Domokun.
And this is level 6, or this is session 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should level up then. The Domokun fight wasn't cool. Those things were amazing. I thought they were great. So how do we make these fights better?
Oh, yeah, it's not that I don't think the fight was, like, it... Yorha was the only person who got hit. Like, we rolled decently.
Yeah.
It's not that the fight wasn't cool. It's that it didn't feel tense, I guess. But that could also just be 5e. That could also just be D&D combat, right?
It's just,
it's
D&D combat is not tense until it's like almost lethal. Like,
So what you're saying is they should have exploded with acid.
yes, they should have. When you hit them, they should explode with acid that kills the party rogue every
Yeah.
time.
Okay. Good feedback.
Yeah. Especially when the rogue rolls sneak attack and manages to crit it on round 1 and then just eats, like, it was like 68 in the face.
It was a lot. So I feel like the
So good.
experience tables for 5e are wrong.
Okay.
Because they keep generating these encounters that are supposed to destroy you.
So CR sucks is the long and the short of it. Like, that's not even... I mean, Matt Koval will, like, as basically admitted as much. Like, he balances combat via eyeball.
Eyeballs.
Yeah.
So those were orcs. They were not bullets.
Okay.
To pull back the curtain a little bit.
Yeah.
And like the generators are like, you should fight 3 orcs and 2 goblins against this party. I was like, I can take 5 orcs. They'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, are you sure? Because that's a deadly encounter and they will all die. It's like, yeah, they'll be fine. And they were fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like some orcs and some like sneaky goblins stabbing the casty types in the back would be more interesting.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was also like a very, like, unitary force. Like, it was, they did this one thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, that's for a narrative reason that you'll find out later, I think.
Sure. Yeah, the guy was like, they're golems, and so there's going to be a rot wizard somewhere who's been raising golems, and they follow the rune on the ground. But yeah, I didn't think the combat was boring. I definitely had fun. I definitely felt like all of us sort of expressed what our character's about and what they do. I just also felt like it was D&D combat, and that's...
Right.
Yeah, I definitely felt like I expressed what my character was about. And what he done.
Yeah.
Everything
You
by
fucking
diligence.
circle through Domokun. Like...
Uh-huh.
I tried to make the misses more interesting.
I hope they
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
I like, you done good. Like, this isn't criticism. This is just,
No.
No, criticism is how we grow.
Well,
Sure.
Blood.
I was going to say I definitely enjoyed how I felt like I got to organize how the combat was going in the south half. Instead of just I swing, I don't do anything else besides deal damage. I enjoyed that a lot.
Cool.
Like I got to keep them the fuck away from the musketeers and Tsunathi, which, like, it's like, yeah, I want to be a tank, so that's what I want to do.
So what I'm hearing is you want to play 4th edition, and you want to be like a defender controller or something. Because 4th edition had like explicit roles that things were like, you're good at this.
What was it, like a battle master or something, where basically like you tell people what to do and your move is the attack?
Lazy warlord,
And, like,
the lazy
Yeah.
lord,
Yeah.
where you spend your action making someone else make a basic attack with some bonus on it.
Pretty great.
I think I read a bit about that, but I mean, like, I'm not gonna go
Yeah.
with that for
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an option in 5e either, but no, it's just
Battlemaster. It is.
no. Like, specifically, like the lazy lord in 4th edition, you could take 0 personal attacks.
Oh, I see.
Like, you literally stand at the back of, and you're also a healer, and your way of healing is literally yelling encouragement at your allies. Like, rub some dirt on it, you're fine.
That was
I
an
think
awesome class, though.
Yeah.
I think
Warlord was
it
great.
did involve a lot of commands and like some special dice currency I had to keep track of, which
Yeah.
didn't really interest me. I'm probably gonna go with the Eldritch Knight.
Oh, nice. Nice. That'll be
Cool.
fun.
We gotta get Yorha casting spells too.
No.
Cool. I gained 4 hit points.
But
No,
your
but
has
like
the real magic
against
is
Yorha's
friendship.
will.
Well, so
You like charm person or something.
where does your magic come from? And do I give you your spell book back? Like your husband's prayer book?
I think me talking with the musketeers just kind of pulled me out of the funk I've been in since like my husband and my men have all died. I haven't really felt like I could lead it all. I haven't really felt like looking at Matthias's book. And I'm probably feeling more like myself before that all happened. So I probably actually asked Sinraki for my husband's book back.
Definitely. It's yours. I'm glad I could play the role of steward for it for some time.
I probably, just smile, like drum my fingers on the book. Say that I might occasionally ask for assistance in either adding to it or, I guess just how to decipher it properly, because this is just more of Matthias's territory, not really mine.
It would be my pleasure, Your Highness.
Thank you, Your Worship, and I don't know. I kind of pictured that maybe before we jogged off.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What?
So I get to pick a ranger archetype, and one of them is hunter. And at 3rd level, you gain one of the following. So there's Colossus Slayer, where if I hit anything that has less than full or health, it takes an extra D8. Giant Killer, when there's something large or larger within 5 feet of me and it hits or misses, I can attack it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And then Horde Breaker, on each of your turns when you make a weapon attack, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that's within 5 feet of the original target.
Cool.
So I could do that and do Hail of Thorns and basically be Shotgun Witch.
Yep. I have level 2 spells now, so this is going to take me a while to sort out. But I also have meta magic now.
Nice. Nice.
You have magic about magic?
Yeah.
Magic about magic.
Well, I've got careful spell, so if I cast an AoE, I can carve out a safe spot for one person.
A safe spot for Yorha.
Yeah, yes.
Well,
That is- that is-
Voss gonna do
That is
too.
the actual text of the rule, is carve out a safe spot so you don't damage Yorha when casting this spell.
More
The
than
barbarian.
reality is. Yeah, basically what I gain is that ability that we've been referencing through my character the whole time. I can be rezzed for no monetary cost.
I think I get raised dead at 2.
Do you?
I
Great.
think so.
And then the other thing that I get is that while I'm raging, my attacks deal my first attack that hits each turn deals an extra 1d6 plus half my barbarian level radiant damage.
So what you're saying is you're almost a rogue.
Yeah, I hit real hard now.
Awesome.
Okay. Zach, I'm going to need to talk to you offline about if anything happens for me at 3rd level, because you've got the whatever book it was.
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right, let's end the stream here before we get even more nerdier.
Even weedier.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, this has been D&D 5th edition. We are That D&D podcast. You can find us online on Twitch, which is probably how you're watching us. But if not, go check us out there. We're pretty great.
Yeah. Either on Twitch or in that weird mental Akashic field that you've apparently been watching us on.
Well,
this whole
the
time.
video goes up on YouTube afterwards, so it could be
Or
on YouTube.
or the NSA just like interrupting one of our internets.
Hi.
Hi.
The Russian hacker is getting this bit by bit by listening in.
Were we one of the most popular podcasts in one of those former Soviet states? At
Yes.
one point? Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah, I think it was Balkistan.
It was the Czech Republic.
Was it the Czech Republic?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. So like
Our podcast is, or was, the number 5 role-playing podcast in the Czech Republic.
English language podcast in the Czech Republic.
The
Anyways,
Czech Republic is Czechoslovakians.
we have definitely gone off track here, but yeah, good night everybody. This has been a lot of fun. We are That D&D podcast. Check us out tomorrow around 6:30 Pacific, and we'll be talking to Jerry Holkins of Penny
Yes.
Arcade, which is
I don't know how that happened, but
Tycho Brahe. We're talking to the Polish astronomer with news.
anyways.
It is-
It happened because we asked.
Yes.
because you asked and you have special powers.
I thought you meant you, the viewer, and I was just like, no? Like,
No, not-
empirically, no.
Like, all the way
Yes.
down there.
Yeah.
I think 2 rows to my.
You were pointing at me.
Well, I'm pointing at everyone. The thing
I
is
know.
that if you're looking at
Yeah.
the stream, I'm actually pointing towards Aaron,
Yes. Anyways,
the yawning one.
Zach, let's. No, it's this way. Anyways, yeah, we're off topic. Good night, everybody. Check us out tomorrow. It's
Like, share, subscribe.
it's an unscheduled stream,
Throw
so yeah,
comments.
yeah. Good night.
Thank you. Sorry, internet's running.
So we mentioned Tycho, and we gained like 3 viewers instantly.
Yeah.
Well,
We were at like 2 or 3 for most of the stream, and then we spiked up to 7 right before we ended.
let's not get too too hasty in determining what it was, because I still really like my NSA agent theory.
Yeah, no, like suddenly, like, hey guys, go check out, memorize these faces.
Yeah. That fucker's Canadian. Don't let him in our country.
All right, Divine Soul.